did I click start again? That's not what I needed.
Start it twice.
Maybe. Oh, there you go. All right. Hey, we're still waiting on Evan. He got hung up at work and then hung up in traffic. But
poor guy.
he's on his way, been on his way for almost 20 minutes, so he should be getting pretty close.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I can't wait. Stop something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw it go flying over you. Oh, there it is.
That wasn't fun.
So, Seth, how was work or traffic?
Well, actually, it wasn't traffic coming from work. Every month, your parents like to have everybody in the family over for dinner. And so I was there for like the dinner portion, but then heading home there was some traffic.
Gotcha. So I got that you were with the pools for dinner, but the details I think got lost in the microphone garble.
Oh.
Did you watch the end of the episode of last time?
I did.
You did?
I did. I was very early to find that I was able to get my cross.
Rolled you a natural 20 on your perception check.
My favorite part of the episode in my mom's house was observing from the way, like
like you just see it way off in the distance, and then like a siren pops up and takes it and brings it down. The ultimate kick in the balls. Where are those freaking spells?
The ones that he had from his spellbook?
Well, I thought they were. These are all categorized by class, and then by level. And I totally thought that these were warlock or bard spells.
These wizard spells, right? Oh, you're looking for certain spells?
Yeah.
Would you like to share them?
I sure would not. Oh, there's okay. There's the first one I was looking for.
Okay, so they know more than one spell.
Oh boy.
That flying siren.
Nobody knows one spell.
You were very
Hey!
sneaky.
All right,
here.
guys. How did you get in here?
Did Jack not notice?
What? Sorry.
Jack, you didn't bark at all.
I knocked and then opened the door and then got some pizza.
And that opened the door, or then you opened the door?
Then I opened the door. I don't have knock.
Maybe, but I don't think so.
I must be distracted by now.
I guess so.
All right, so I did catch the point last time where you said that sirens lead the ships to like water, but not exactly like bring the loot on the shore. That was a mistake. Apparently didn't hear.
But do flying sirens bring
Maybe
the loot on the
flying
shore? They pick it up and fly it back to the island.
Maybe set the wash
If
on
we're
the
a
beach, right?
thing, then maybe so.
That changes all the dynamics. Flying sirens.
That is what we called them.
That is their official
Yes.
name.
I'm just saying, Yurik found
No, you
nothing in the
said
book
They
about
are
flying
not.
sirens.
Sirens do not fly. And he said, maybe they're flying sirens. And then we ran into a flying siren.
I know, I just predicted it. It happened.
Last time we let you read a book.
That's fine, all right. Me, my minus one intelligence is probably just fine with that.
Give me 3 level 1 spell tokens and 2 level 2 tokens.
Oh, actually, for being
Nice.
dumb, he is a pretty good reader. 3 level 1 and 2 level 2?
You saw the 4?
Yeah, I don't
When
think
you
I
get
did any of it.
But is he intelligent enough to
When-
know
when you
I
get
was
hit,
a good
actually.
reader?
I
About
don't
five
think
of
so.
I don't remember using any of them. I didn't write down.
I don't remember using it either. You'd have to get hit, right?
Yeah.
You
and
just pulled an extra one off.
I don't believe. I don't think I took any damages last weekend.
No, not many people did.
Not a lot of people did.
Except for Austin.
I did take some. Actually, I was going to ask about that. I handed Oust over. He had 19, but I think I took more damage, and I didn't see it on that 20.
You're back up to full.
Thank you.
No, he took a hit when
Oh,
he
we-
was charmed, right?
Did do a short rest.
Yeah,
right?
he
So-
was. I rolled his hit die.
Yeah, I thought I healed him a little too.
Okay, so I have 3 remaining hit dice.
So Austin and I were charmed at the end,
I'm
and I
double-checking
got
that
punched
for
in
you.
the face. And then I assume he got punched in the face too.
Yeah, we woke everybody up.
Yeah, well, he would be 1 damage down.
I think I said
Oh, you think there actually has to be damage for that? I see.
I took a point of damage.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
I think I might have saved.
Saved on a punch? No,
Yeah.
no, you're welcome.
So you're fully healed, and you have one less. You used one of your hit die.
Okay, thank you. So, Keeler, I think that I was further ahead. Somebody was further ahead, and it was harder to get to him.
Yeah.
And so they made a save by the time they came to punch him.
Oh, okay.
I think. Not that it matters.
Well, by the end of the encounter, you found flying
Flying
sirens.
what?
What? Oh,
The flying siren.
that's
not
not
a
what it
real word.
sounded like to me.
Harpy isn't a real word. Yeah, it's just making things up.
My character thinks it's a flying siren.
Yes.
When I went back and listened, it was apparent the whole time that you were calling sirens harpies over and over and over.
I was.
Yeah.
Oh, whoops. I tried to do, but you know what?
It's
They're
funny
the
because when we were
same.
playing, I did not think a thing of it. But then
Oh, no.
I got to the episode, I was like,
One has a swim speed, another one has a flying speed. and
Yeah.
Therefore, they are different.
Some things can fly and swim. They're not mutually exclusive. Just because you can swim doesn't mean you can't fly.
Short list.
A wizard can swim and fly.
Wow. Okay. So these are wizards that we're talking to.
Might be. Don't rule anything out.
He did look
Who
at
has to
some
spell magic?
spells.
Wizards, well, they are humanoid and they are feathered. You've not seen the fly spell in action. It could very well give you wings.
Yeah. We should have bought that scroll.
Yeah, we could have tried it out.
scroll of Red Bull.
Gold.
Yeah, Bloom probably has that much.
250 gold.
Eddie's gave away all my gold.
Coat pocket
Hey, after
somewhere.
this, we can buy 2 of those.
It's well minus
Exciting.
ship damages and stuff like that.
We
Hey,
can
the ship's fine.
Are we getting our deposit back?
Damn.
Guys, we're going to have to figure out what we want to do with the ship. I don't know how this works in this world. The captain's dead.
Salvage ours.
We could become pirates. Sail the open waters.
On the Bodie McBoatface. That was the name of the ship.
Bodie McBoatface. Of course.
Fuck all the campaign stuff you play. We're gonna be pirates.
Let's abandon the continent. Let's go to this other one.
All right, session's over. Replaying everything. All right. So yeah, we kind of went over everything already, but to recap once more, you got into Riverdrift. You found the book, but it was not yet available for you. Found a job board item to go and deal with some sirens. Picked it up. Hired a crew. Went out with Aladrin and your Captain Loki of Bodie McBoatface, and fought the sirens. You lost your entire human side of the crew.
Oh, we still have 1 left.
Yeah, there's one guy.
Oh,
One
you had
human's
one
left. Yep.
Yeah, you're right. You had 1 human left because you were telling them to slap him if he ever stands
That's
up
right.
as you left. Then you short rested after not really dealing too much, taking too much damage. Then you walked along the shore and eventually came to a flying siren.
No.
And the last thing you heard was it was something along the lines of what humans on the island, what have you done to our daughters, I believe it was.
Sounds about right.
So yeah.
I thought that was a really cool cliffhanger line at the end.
Thank you.
As I listened to it, I was like, oh, yeah. And did you say it flew away?
You're currently about probably like 80 feet away from it as it notices you as you crested the hill, and so she flew up
Okay.
sparkled, and she said this, and you all see her in the air
Is it just her?
that you see.
And Loom goes, "Whoa, it's a flying siren! I told you." Just like ducks and geese, they can swim and fly.
Right.
And it's speaking common.
It is speaking common.
So I guess I'll say we have done nothing to your daughters as far as we know. Are your what happened to your daughters?
Now, is this a deception or a persuasion?
This is a persuasion. I
She has no
Uric, knowing that flying sirens don't exist, does not believe that these sirens are the harpy's daughter, or just flying
some
creatures.
confusion
daughter.
here.
Okay.
Oh, a horrible
So
misunderstanding.
yeah, roll persuasion then.
11.
Okay. Then how did you get on the island? They're all around keeping outsiders out.
Are the sirens your daughters?
Yeah. You said that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Is
yes, what else would you think I was talking about?
I assumed your daughters would have wings.
They just haven't grown them yet. They're still young.
Oops.
They grow them like get older.
Flying sirens do exist. Exclamation point, exclamation
We're
point.
gonna report this. This is a big discovery, guys.
That library is gonna get a kick out of this.
Forgive us. We did not realize that they were even intelligent enough to be important to someone. We thought they were. Great.
She just takes off.
Yep. That's my 0 charisma.
great RP.
Where's she flying?
You can
See her.
You can see her. She is not. But she's making a beeline to the center of the
Center
island.
of the island.
Bye, flying harpy.
I think we're gonna get
Flying
attacked by a
sirens?
lot of flying sirens
Where
here.
was
all
she
the guys.
like?
They would still got their
Why was she
beeswax
there?
on.
Was she like?
Earwax on.
She.
Just gotta look
I
around
think
and
I
see
still
what.
have one.
Yeah, make an
just one,
investigation.
That's to be helpful.
8.
All right. You see some feathers strewn about. You see white speckles on the rocks.
The word.
Gross.
I think she left us a present.
Are we thinking that she just said, okay, well, one, should we stay here if we're going to get attacked? And is that what we think is going to happen? And I vote for yes and or no and yes, whatever.
Loom looks really confused.
And 2, do we think that the only reason that she asked that question is because we are on the island, or that there's actually something going on with the sirens? Like, we're here because there's a lot of sirens, right? Not because they're like dying out.
I think
it sounded like the sirens were
the island. We must have
coming
swung
down.
out.
Probably protect or something.
So
Protecting
just the
island,
fact that we're here, she was like, how did you get through onto the island?
especially since we're humans,
Yeah, okay. Oh,
because
right,
humans wouldn't get through
right.
the daughters.
Okay.
But if they're the daughters, does that make these flying creatures the mothers?
That's how that usually works.
In which case, if we take out the mothers, we
our
essentially
sirens.
all the sirens.
Right?
Mattress God. I
I'm
like.
telling you, I didn't find anything about flying sirens in those books. We're in uncharted waters here.
I'm just
guys.
going by her daughter's statement, and maybe this is how we complete our quest.
The daughters can
Or
still grow
job.
wings and
Hey,
become.
Andrew,
Yeah.
with my glasses, can I follow this siren? Or this flying siren as it's gone away and see where it's headed to?
Yeah, you see it pretty clearly for a while, and it's just
Okay.
heading in a singular direction.
Does it eventually just leave my side, or does it stop somewhere?
Nope. It eventually leaves your side.
Okay. All right.
More
So-
inland toward. This is near the volcano. So this is
Yeah, well, describe the island
going
again.
to the volcano, or
So it was. So from what you've seen so far, the the island is very rocky, pretty bereft of plant life, but it's a lot of volcanic rock.
Okay.
It's it appears to be of similar nature to like a shield volcano.
Yurik's not very smart.
Would you like to
but are you?
explain what
Apparently
shield
not.
Okay, a shield volcano is one that tends to have a very light dome, and it's a
Okay.
gradual. It's a very gradual, and the lava is not explosive. It kind of just dribbles off over the.
Do we see lava coming out
I'm
of
a
the
warlock. I
You
hide
don't- you
behind
don't-
some
you have not
shields,
encountered
so
any
I'm not
lava
overly familiar
so far.
with the concept.
It's like it hasn't recently erupted or anything like that that we can
That
see.
you can see.
Okay, so what's our plan?
All right, so I'm assuming
Guys?
that it's coming back for more. We're coming back with more. We're probably not. I think we're a bit exposed right now. If we find
Anywhere
any?
less exposed?
Is there any
What do you want? A cave?
caves?
Maybe just a
Cover of any sort?
Make an investigation check.
I should not be doing that.
Maybe neither.
Well, too bad. I just told you to do it.
Oh no!
8 again.
8.
Yeah, I mean, you find just like little. You find places where you could like hide from the heat, but not.
Everyone in this party an idiot.
I don't think anybody's intelligent in our party.
I was just saying, like, I assumed you were intelligence based, but you're charisma based.
Charisma.
We're
No,
all
I'm
real
talker, man.
low intelligence, aren't
I
we?
got a pretty decent int, but it wasn't my idea to look for a cave. So
You're one?
Yeah.
You're the
Oh,
smartest
yeah?
guy. Shit.
Commanding
Oh no!
officer.
What was yours?
mine is +2.
Yeah, so he's the smartest.
You're our smartest guy.
But it wasn't my idea to look for a cave. So
That's gonna come back and bite us.
Okay, so since there's nowhere to hide around here, should we just head towards the center of the island?
That's kind
Follow
of my
us?
thought.
Yeah.
I mean, we're here to eradicate the sirens, and these guys seem related. We might as well just kill all of them.
it seems pretty straightforward to me. Yeah. Also, it would be interesting to head inland to see, even if it's not in weren't in our contract to take these flying creatures out. I am intrigued by, a speaking creature here on the island who's wary of humans.
Yeah. All right.
And if for a reason we haven't found any like nest of sirens or associated loot, might be because it's all at the center of the island with these guys. Just saying.
What were the pairs?
I don't think
had,
we actually looted anything.
Yeah, we didn't find anything.
We didn't? I don't even think we asked.
Aladrin and
I mean, I said I was looking for somewhere where the sirens would like
Riven.
nest or something. We were assuming it was either underwater or we hadn't found it yet.
is the only one that I remember.
Yeah. So Aladrin is supposed to keep you from going all charmy.
Yeah.
And then I was paired with one of you two, and I was just paired with the other. But I don't remember which way it went.
Stick with your buddies.
Pretty much, yeah.
Did you want to come up with your buddy system?
I just want to establish a PowerCell buddy system. Let's
I
put
mean,
Morden and
like
Moss
an
together
even
because
number
you
of
guys are like
people.
buddies. And,
Fine by me.
This
Oh, we
place.
could be number of
Yeah.
people. Yeah, you two,
Aladrin.
me and us, Aladrin, and Riven. How about that?
Yeah.
All right, I think we should take front. I can see the furthest.
Yep, makes sense.
All right, onward.
I'll take-
Is there any tracking this harpy, or since it was in the air, it's just
Yeah,
like
it's fine.
go right
It's no, there's not a lot you can do. I assume as you start making your way in the direction that that Harpy was headed, you see more like feathers lying around, but it's
harpy poop.
yes, you see more splotches of white. Do we have as many? Oh, we don't have as many for Aladrin.
We have tons of
yeah,
minis
yeah.
for Aladrin, but they're all downstairs or in my room. Thank you, Mark.
Okay, so yeah, you just start making your way over there. Anything you want to do on the way?
We should probably
Keep an eye out for, ambush.
Should we replug our ears? Do we have any more of that jar you Rex? Or did we give it to the human?
Like,
You
it's up
have-
to the DM. We had a jar of earwax. How
You
much
have-
have we used?
You have enough if you want to.
Should we replug?
Take some earwax.
Is there anything anybody wants to say before we do this? Otherwise, get my attention and I'll.
Try to hide on the way
I don't
there
think I need
from
any.
birds on
You
this
don't need any
barren
earwax?
rocks.
He's very wise, so he decides not to
Wow.
protect himself from the flying siren.
Anyone want
Just
earwax?
ironic.
Got the earwax.
Yes, I'll take some.
I believe
What's
I
your
only need half of
You
the
want-
normal portion because I
I was-
kept one of my ears plugged up, if I recall correctly.
I'll put mine in too. It's up to everyone, but
Yeah. Okay.
if we start yelling, start tapping people on shoulders.
I'll sock kick one faces. Okay.
All right.
With my shield.
So while you are walking, man, and
Uric?
terrible Uric.
Uh-oh.
You stop. Uric stops walking, just stands still and is like looking blankly.
So I
I
send
stop.
Uric a message like, why did we stop? What'd you see?
You don't get a response.
Eric doesn't know what's happening.
I tap Yerrick on the shoulder as he respond.
He does not respond.
Just leave him.
His face, does he respond?
Make a perception check.
I didn't grab. I didn't get any dice. That was something we forgot.
Dice.
Automatic 0.
Yep.
Do you want to roll an 8?
The DM's dice.
They don't roll well, so.
Perception. That is 14.
His eyes are clouded over black.
Black.
Oh.
I assume the rest of us have stopped. We noticed they.
Yeah, so you have stopped. You've poked at him and messaged him, and then
I'm just waiting for him to.
Illum goes around and like does this, and then, I mean, he can't tell you anything.
I can't talk to him. You guys are all here, Rex. I can't tell you.
Plan for this. Smack
Hit
it.
him.
Punch in the face.
Man, make an attack roll. That black eye.
Alright, he does.
I mean, it's a reasonable
No,
enough
not
course
those.
of
Could be
action.
different.
Oh, they're the ones really hard to read.
And roll it with advantage.
What? Because I'm
Oh.
standing still.
Because you're
Incapacitated.
incapacitated.
I mean, I assume none of us know shit about warlocks, so
12 and 6.
So,
18.
yeah, that'll do. So you take 1 point of damage.
oh my gosh.
And he he takes the hit, and his body moves as a response to being hit, and then it just stays there.
All right, I take my earwax
Can I do
out.
like a,
put,
can I
it
do
in
a
a,
medicine check?
put it in a pocket. I would like to do a medicine check as well. Can we both roll?
Yeah.
My medicine will be an 8.
Wonderful. I also get an 8 from
You
slightly shittier.
notice
No,
that
I get a
his
10.
chest is,
10.
He's breathing. That's about your.
We can tell he's still
That's
alive. Wonderful. Okay.
So it's like one of those punches where it just sticks.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
What about this, guys? That was the extent of my time.
Yeah.
Al turns to him and says, "Can't you fix this kind of thing?"
I could try. I guess I could cast Cure Wounds on him. It doesn't look like he's injured as far as I can tell, though.
It's
It
almost
does. He's got a little bit of a blood dripping from his nose.
Not important.
I punched the face.
Well, he is
Maybe
bleeding.
we should try hitting him harder.
Okay. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't know. I've never seen anything like this before, and I'm fairly experienced in field medicine, at least.
Okay, so that now to Philip / your Rick. So all of a sudden, just you take a step, and your vision, you what it looks like is that you start moving really fast, like accelerating and accelerating and accelerating,
Okay.
and then into blackness. It's and then you see a shadowy figure that's like, so you're in darkness, but you have like that special dark vision.
Mhm.
But there is a shadowy figure that you can't see through.
Okay.
It is obviously there is humanoid shape, but no features.
Okay.
And you haven't had really an experience like this before, but you hear a voice in your mind and says something like, you have used my powers, the powers that I have given you, to create an abomination, and you see in your mind the heavy crossbow that you created earlier to fight the sirens. Says, this is a weapon of cowards. If you wish to continue taking this power, you will not create ranged weapons.
I was like, what is? How would you do that?
I don't know.
Grandiosely.
Yep. And says instead, and forms. He holds out just this shadowy hand and forms out of the darkness a javelin-looking thing of just pure blackness, and he says, if you may use this, but only as a last resort. And then everyone, like your vision, then it was very abrupt, but your vision then does the whole accelerating, but backwards, like the way you came, and you come to and you take a breath and you hear a tunk, and you see broken in his hands his heavy crossbow, just a big crack in it, and it looks unusable.
Did you do that?
That was quite a
I don't
punch.
think so. Yeah, I got my strength
That was
started.
quite a punch.
Yurik, are you okay?
Besides the soreness in your cheek,
Yeah. Well.
I see him come to when I did.
What?
Uh,
Yeah. I clean out my ears and say, yes, I am fine.
Was that a flying siren?
I don't know. It was not. I seem to have strayed from my path, but I am returning to it now, and I take out my crossbow bolts. I think I have 19 left, and I start snapping them.
I
just
forgot.
dropping
I
them on the
should
ground.
have.
We were all walking in the same
I mean, I could have used
line.
those.
You didn't.
You conjure.
You didn't go anywhere.
No, I
else.
didn't conjure.
What are you doing?
I'm sorry, but this is the way it has to be. Break them all, and then I suppose my crossbow would still dissipate at this.
You
point?
have to. It's up to you. It's
Okay.
still your packed weapon.
Okay, yeah. So then I'll dissipate my crossbow and just I'll create the new spear and kind of just look at it and examine it for a while, and then I'll go back to my greatsword and put that on my back. And
So you see, all his weapons that he creates, they form from darkness and kind of just they look physical. They look like a regular weapon, like they're made of metal and whatnot. But the thing that he pulls out is just it's like a fading in and out, like dark javelin. Doesn't look very. Not all there. It's particularly
So it stands
different,
out
but
from the
it
other
stands out
weapons.
from your other weapon.
So that's why you wanted to sell your great sword.
Yes.
And then I try to like do something with my hands, like create a weapon. Nothing happens. That's
You
really
can't
cool.
do this. You just,
Okay.
I mean, you just kind of, think
Wonder what
about
would
it,
happen
and
if
then there
your
it is.
shadow weapon and my spirit weapon hit each other. Would they like explode or cancel out?
Yours might.
Try it.
I think
Ah.
mine would be all right.
Okay, so
Fascinating.
anything else you guys want to do as you
Doing all right?
reapply and continue?
Yeah, I mean,
You're going again?
I hope it's not a side effect.
You're actually bleeding?
no.
Very realistic.
We had to be really realistic.
Strange. Okay.
Inspiration
I
is
have-
next.
Yeah.
Deception.
I have what's
know what happened
name
to
from Stranger Things?
Oh, 11.
11's powers. But I guess that affects her, not the. Anyway, okay. So you continue on.
Put my
You've
earwax back in.
reapplied minus you.
Oh, actually, I'm going to go back to the javelin, given the foes we're fighting and how they seem to fly. So,
All right. You have your javelin. And but yeah, I guess as you okay, so you get closer up and Oust sees leading and with his vision that there looks to be like a cliff coming up over ahead in your direction.
A cliff that we would climb, or a cliff that we would fall off of?
A cliff that you would fall off of.
Like when you say it looks like it's coming up, like is it like are we like stumbling upon it, or is it like still a ways off?
No, it's a ways off. Because you have that vision.
Yeah.
It's-
Okay.
It's
Well, then I'd like to.
one of those situations where like you're going up a hill and then you're just now starting to see like the other end of what may be a caldera, on the other side of it.
Okay. All right. Well, then I'd like to motion to Riven to speak mentally, and I'd tell him there's a cliff ahead, and ask him, if he'd tell the rest of the group.
What do you need? You tell me all that. That's it. Okay. And I start passing the message on to everybody else.
I want you to do this.
Okay. So I point to say, House spies a cliff ahead. House spies a cliff ahead.
Cool.
You guys can respond to this message.
It's from Critical.
Yeah.
Oh.
I point to Morden and I say, House spies a cliff ahead. And I point to Aladrin
Yeah, keep forgetting he's here.
and tell him the same
He's
message.
very noticeable
right
green
there.
dot right
Behind me.
there.
I can't see behind me.
Although he's not there.
Your perception.
And I'd like to just I'll have a brief conversation with Riven. It's really easy to talk with him, and I'll say, Riven, do you think, should we continue and should we approach it, or, should we stop? I'm kind of at a miss what this would mean for us.
Did I message? Is this all in the first message?
No, this is the second message after you've told everybody. Just
Okay.
trying to have a conversation about what we can do.
Point to you though, I guess. But yeah. What should we do? Let's check it out.
So Uric has the knowledge that, or from his previous fight with the Harpies, he somewhat understands this. Does he somewhat understand this mechanic of resisting the Harpy and being safe from that Harpy for a while between his studies and his?
I mean, you. I think no. You asked that question before, and my answer was that in your research, the results of those interactions ended up with a death before confirmation.
But after the last fight, have we not figured out how it works at all?
You've not encountered the same creature within 24 hours.
Right, but so
Wow.
so what I'm wondering is, would Uric realize that once he successfully resists a creature one time, as far as he knows, is immune to that
Um,
particular creature.
Sure. So you stopped after a while. You stopped feeling an invasion of your mind
Okay. Because so what I'm
while
wondering
the singing was still going. on.
right. So what I'm wondering if Yurik would realize, and probably not because he's not super smart, but I'm going to ask anyway.
Okay.
Is if all the earwax does is make it so we get affected in half the range, which I think was from the book studies, would Philip thinks that it would be smarter than for all of us to remove the earwax and attempt to resist these creatures from far away, not close. And he would like for Yurik to say those things, but he's unsure if Yurik has the mental capacity or the information.
Make a straight intelligence check.
No.
Urbane.
Okay, so 14.
Yeah. So you get you come up with the idea that maybe that would be something to try.
Okay. So Yurik taps Riven on the shoulder. Oh, I don't have stuff. Oh, you still have stuff in your ears.
I say, what do you need?
So I've been thinking, and then I
How,
say,
how long of a message can sending work?
6 seconds.
Okay.
So it's within a round.
okay, give me a second. I'll tap you when I'm ready. All right, whatever. Yurik could say. So if the harpies only affect, so if we can resist the harpies' effect and then we're better, should we
I'm just kidding.
I say, what?
So as you're like, and he's like, he gets the hint and removes his.
I have no idea. I'm
What?
just listening now.
So if
Right, I've taken my earwax out too. These guys are standing around. What now?
So I'm thinking the earwax. So we're walking to the flying sirens, right? So we're going to get close, and at some point we're going to hear them, beeswax or not.
Yeah.
Seems like in our last fight we were able to successfully resist this temptation, given enough time and a force of will, and then we kind of had control of ourselves. So wouldn't it be better for us to go through that struggle of controlling ourselves further away from the flying sirens and not close to the flying sirens?
That's why I didn't put it in the first place.
Well, you could have shared that with the rest of us.
Makes sense.
All right.
It's worth a shot.
I would have, but you guys all
Try
put
it.
earwax in. I couldn't tell you before I could say a word.
Just make sure you keep your eye on your buddy. We don't want anyone taken off for the cliff edge.
Yeah.
True that. Now that you mentioned that, with that cliff coming up, should we investigate or should we steer clear?
I mean,
If we get charmed at the top of a cliff, that would be bad.
Pretty narrow, Joe. Stealthily crawl up to the cliff.
Make a stealth check with disadvantage.
far away.
I was
Cliff
telling you
all
that's
the
now.
way
We should do
around.
that. I'm not doing that right now.
Look like there's no. This is the caldera, right? So this fucking cliff goes all the way around. There's no way around the cliff from far as we can see.
As far as you can see.
Doesn't seem like there's a lot of
How-
options if we're gonna go towards the center of the.
Do you have any
Yeah.
sense of how high and steep this cliff is?
We haven't been there yet.
I don't know, do I? I get the impression that I wouldn't be able to see like all the way off the cliff and down from where we are.
You have no idea how deep this
I just know that the land ends. Yeah.
Sneaky isn't gonna help us if
I could go check it out alone if we're worried about the risk of us, becoming entranced and throwing ourselves.
We have somebody who
Are you-
can't be tranced.
No, that's I was gonna say no matter how sneaky you are, you're not immune to getting charmed into walking off the edge of a cliff.
How far away are we from the cliff at this point?
like 80 feet.
That's closer than I was expecting.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, at this
haven't
cliff,
heard
we'd
so.
have already heard of.
Aladrin, how would you feel about walking up to this cliff and kind of doing our initial investigation?
I mean, I'm not the quietest person, but
You are the
I
elviest
am-
person.
I do owe you still for saving my life.
Does he fall? on the cliff. We
I
never see
know.
him again.
He
Well,
says,
for how long we've been?
"Yeah, okay. I will consider my debt repaid with this service." Just meaning, so he meant he's gonna do it, and he's it's not like you have no favors left. He's still gonna help you with he feels like he has repaid being saved, and he's still off.
Wait.
No, okay,
No, we
he's not
still need him. To,
okay. So all
I
right,
think
so
I
he
get what
doesn't
he's
say
saying.
that. He says, I'll do it for you. There.
Gotcha. Okay.
we have your back.
No, you can't. I got it.
We got our eye on you.
Wow.
If anything happens, we're 80 feet away. We're there in 12 seconds.
I'll move another 20 feet closer to the cliff.
Okay.
All right.
We are right behind you.
Cliff collapses.
Just try to sneak over there and tell us what you see.
I'll go part of the way with him.
If
Okay,
anything
what's part of
starts
the
coming
way?
after you, just turn around and run back to us.
So I can go 60 feet in a turn. Like, I'd like to go the next 20 or 30 feet such that if he were to make I don't know, if something were to happen to him, I might be able to rush to help him more quickly.
I was going to go about 20 feet closer.
Yeah.
Away from the cliff edge.
Okay, so functionally speaking, you are one round away from the cliff edge, meaning a dash action.
Sure.
Okay.
Do we need a cliff?
And I'd like to do it quietly.
I'm staying with
Well,
my buddy.
I am not. Just checking out. I'll move up with this group so I can.
Yeah, because these two are going up towards the. Whoops.
You're going to.
Yeah, I was and I are staying together.
So I can punch both of you at the same time.
Buddy says,
Just in case.
I want to go to my sword.
You got your pulse life up, buddy?
Oh, I should
No, I
doesn't
don't
have
have
that
that anymore.
Well, Yorick will just get the
Oh.
shield. I think Riven will get the sword in the face. That might hurt. I guess if it's just like the
Punch
edge
in
of
the
the sword.
stomach. Just the stomach's fine.
I thought only the face can wake people from trances.
Kind of understanding so far.
That's all the evidence I've seen. I don't know of any other way. I punch your stomach, you might throw up.
Okay,
We wouldn't want
interesting.
Oh.
So
Nope, fell off the cliff. Everyone's dead.
so here's what happens. He comes up and he gets about like 20 feet away from the cliff, and then he starts backing away. Nothing happens.
I say, Aldrin, what'd you see?
What did your elf eyes see, Eldrin?
Was he backing away
Was
slowly?
he
Yeah.
indicating anything to us? as he's
quietly?
backing away?
I mean, make an insight check.
Me?
Yeah,
Just him?
he's the one asking.
14.
Yeah, so he is like tiptoeing backwards.
Giant.
Well, when'd he get here?
Breathes
He's back.
Okay, yeah, okay.
I mean, you guys. So you have already said things. We're not retconning that.
No, so say, let's not yell
Wait, we're not
towards
yelling,
the guy
but
at the
we're-
cliff.
Yeah. Well,
Talking.
he was like right here when
Most of us
Oh,
didn't
okay.
stealth.
Okay.
He wasn't here when I yelled it.
Okay.
So he didn't get that. I didn't know.
Yeah, and he backs away a little further, and he says, "I think they know that you're here."
How many
Did they see you?
Aladrin?
I don't think so.
How many Aladrin?
I saw two that were right at the cliff edge.
See any more past them?
I wasn't looking.
But they're not.
They're obviously trying to get us right to the cliff edge, and then they sing, right? Like that's
Or grab us.
or grab us.
By our feet.
That's not a friendly place to be.
They're acting just like the water sirens. They're waiting just underneath the cliff water, fake water, air water. And they grab you and bring you under.
That air water.
It's the same mechanic. They pull you deeper.
I mean, they have similar abilities and they're using them in a similar manner.
Okay.
Sure.
Yes. That makes them equal. This is how we classify animals.
They're not animals, they're humanoids.
Do you want me to message them?
You have to see them.
I know.
I have to know that they're there.
Yes.
I feel like no.
Although I guess it'd be going through 1 foot of stone. So maybe that wouldn't. Okay. Options.
Go
Can
around.
we do something to collapse the cliff onto them? We attack in front of them.
If there was a treasure chest right there, sure.
Yeah, I don't know how we do that without a.
Paladin, how close to the cliff edge were they?
I didn't do the math. I was mostly trying not to be seen.
Worst scout.
He's a
He
level
didn't
behind
get
you
seen, so not the worst scout ever.
I'd like to say quietly, if they are waiting for us to come, and they don't know that we've seen them, all we have to do is back a ways away from the cliff edge and tell them we know they're there. They won't expect us to come to the cliff edge anymore. They may come to us.
All right, let's try it. Let's back away. Let's say we,
No,
90
just
feet
yelling
from the
distance.
edge, and I'll yell at them. I mean, let's get their plan,
I don't want to go closer to the cliff edge.
and let's try to lure them out.
Let's try.
Okay.
Okay, I would like to stand behind both of you.
Let's go back to about 90, 100 feet away from the cliff edge. I feel like that's far enough.
Far enough, we allow.
I cast thaumaturgy on myself to make my voice incredibly loud and shout, "Hey, bird brains! Want to see what we did to your daughters?"
What?
We're
Whoa.
not going the diplomatic approach.
Well, didn't expect that.
Make an intimidation check.
Got it. That is an 8.
Should have let me do that. I'm good about
So your
persuasion and
voice,
intimidation.
your voice booms across the barren landscape, and you hear it echo back from like the walls of the other side of the caldera, and but you don't hear a response. They don't seem intent on coming to you.
Hey, flying
And giving up
sirens.
their advantage.
Well, let's start walking around the caldera.
Yeah, I mean, what's our
Can
goal here exactly? We don't
That's fair.
is it like can we see the caldera? Can we see the other side at this point?
Not after you've backed away another 100 feet, which is where you started to see the caldera.
Aldrin, so we know you didn't know how close the harpies were to the edge. Did you get any rough sense for how deep this thing is?
I saw the harpies, and I started backing away.
And
let's-
behind the harpies, did you see the ground?
They were my main focus, as I am not.
I want to know what
a
Alabrin's
fighter.
perception is.
All right,
Walking
I have- a crazy idea.
He is a
All right.
person
Sarah.
who just saw a monstrous entity, froze up for a second, and backed up. That's what would you do in that
We
situation?
just saw this monster
think you know
a
the
little bit ago.
What's your idea,
Right.
House?
All right, I'm sure we have between us all several hundred feet of rope.
Yeah.
What if we skirt a ways, a few hundred feet down the path and tie a rope to my ankle, several hundred feet worth, and I crawl out to the cliff's edge as quietly as I can to get a little bit better perspective. If anything goes awry, you all can pull me back.
All right, let's do
I
it.
like it.
Why not?
Okay.
Sure. If you're volunteering.
So, to be clear,
Yeah. I want to move laterally.
going to tie rope around you,
Yeah.
and the rest of the party is going to hold on to it 100 feet away or so, and you are going to stealth up to the edge of the cliff and try and get a better idea of what's going on.
Yes.
Okay.
I'd like to do it from a little bit lateral to our current position. With us having just hollered our, given our position away, I'd like to move just a little bit laterally around the cliff before approaching it.
Sure. And so you get are you like belly crawling this or what?
Yes, I'd like to belly crawl.
Okay. So make a stealth check.
21.
Nice.
How did that got cocked while on a plastic bag? Like it was. Okay. So you get up to the edge. You're crawling on your belly,
Everyone else hang on. To the rope.
and you just like peer over the edge.
Staring at you.
You see. So you being more battle hardened, are able to keep your wits about you, and you see immediately that there are those two harpies that Aladrin saw, and you see that it's about like a 15-20 foot drop where you see shattered bones and whatnot. You believe that this is a common tactic of theirs. And then you see further down, you see another harpy, but she has the rest of them are all like nude, but this one actually has armor on, like some leather armor, and that's what you see.
Okay. I'd like to crawl back and describe the scene to the group.
Make a stealth check.
Okay. 15.
Wow. I rolled terribly.
Or very well, depending on your
So
side.
yeah, you come back and you relay this information.
Okay.
Alright.
So so is it supposed to be like a little drawing up there, 15 and 20, and then there's bones, but then the cliff keeps going afterwards? Is that what you were saying?
If we fall off the cliff, we're only going to go 15 or 20 feet before we hit something.
Right. So it's
Bones.
yeah. So it's like the what you saw was that there was a ledge that you would fall to,
Okay.
but the caldera itself is deeper.
Okay.
It's not just a 20-foot caldera. These are large.
So you saw a total of 3 harpies?
Oh yeah, 3.
2 and one with armor.
And then the one on the armor is not on the ground; it's just lower on the cliff edge.
All right. How's
that
this-
is further away from them. Yeah. She's kind of like hovering in the air. A little further down in.
How's this for a plan? We run up the edge
And
to the point where
On top of them.
those of us with ranged attack abilities could actually hit the harpies. They wouldn't be able to hide from us. I cast silence on the area around us, and we all stay within the realm of the silence spell, so we can't be charmed. And like that.
Pull out a crossbow.
I don't know.
like
Your range
how,
attacks.
how big's the silence?
Silence is
Will you be able to cast anything in this silence
No, I won't.
not anything that has a vocal component.
of ranged, of
Yeah.
us who are ranged? Who
I literally
can't hit
nothing.
them?
I can't cast or
20
don't have any range
foot
attacks.
radius.
20-foot radius.
Yeah, so we could all get in it pretty
I
easily.
could. Is there any indication of where the boundary of the spell is?
You'll
No.
hear things when you leave.
Yeah. You would notice.
I'll cast it at,
Yeah.
my feet. So stay within 20
You could-
feet of me.
Well, yeah. I'm saying if we bounce out, we would immediately hear their song and have to.
And you'd have to take
Yeah.
a check. Yeah.
Yeah. So we'd start hearing it.
To-
and
to-
then we
so
could
is
be
the
able
idea-
to. Yeah, they would be able to throw us.
Yeah, anytime you wanted to leave the sphere of influence to cast a spell, you'd be at risk.
So
I'm not great at this thing.
But it's better than nothing. And if they come,
it's not a good serpent.
I have
If they come to
Are we,
us.
are we trying to then lead them back? So, like, you will cast it away from the edge, or are you planning on casting it like at the edge?
I figured I would cast it at the edge.
Get a little
That way
overlap.
we've got 40 feet along the edge to spread out and start, using our crossbows.
Yeah. Okay.
We'll probably, all have a brief moment where we're not protected and they realize what's going on before I cast it, but hopefully that's short enough that we get away with it.
Morden, what would you think of splitting into two groups? One of the groups being with you and your silence, and the other group being those, for instance, maybe Riven, who's of most use outside of a silence spell.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you guys like maybe stood farther back from the cliff, so that if we goaded them at the cliff edge when they didn't have cover from us to come up to us where they could be seen, Riven could start taking shots with his spells from far enough away from the caldera that he wouldn't instantly just fall off of it if he got charmed. We'd have to send at least one other person with him to, buddy system, try to keep each other from getting charmed.
We could do 3 and 3.
We could.
I could do with them because I can't do anything in the silence at all.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty resistant from the charm. And if you guys can lure them into your charm or into the silence range, then they won't really be able to charm us anyways.
So who has crossbows?
I do.
Oh, it's fine. It's still a little bit wet.
If you throw that thing, can you make another one?
I throw it, and I make another one.
Well,
You don't have that out right now, do you?
Yeah, so essentially what
What's your
happens
base
is after like 60
No, I've
feet,
switched
which is
back
how far it
because of the
travels,
flying.
As
and
the
around
harpies
it
notice a
back,
strange sphere flying above
it
them.
actually melds into shadow and then like comes back to your hand,
Oh,
sort of
okay.
deal. So it's not
That's
like
cool.
it's not like Hela from Thor where she just creates blades and stuff. This one actually returns to you is the mechanic of
So
how it
me-
works.
It's like Thor's hammer.
Interesting.
Yurik and Oust. Do you have a crossbow?
I do.
Me, Yurik, and Oust in the cone of silence at the cliff edge. Riven, Aladrin, and Illume farther back.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, as long as we can get them above the cliff, so I could see them.
And if they stay below the cliff, the three of us are just gonna keep shooting them.
To note for you at least, I don't think lay on hands requires touch. So that's
or
something
Smart's
that
true, yeah.
requires
Verbal.
something.
That
So,
is true. So yeah, I can use that.
All right, so when
No, that
we
ain't.
start getting close to the edge, and then your armor makes a big noise, and we start hearing singing.
We've got probably one. We're gonna have one chance to keep all of us awake long enough for me to cast silence. Yeah.
Okay.
So keep an eye on everyone else. If they start acting funny,
Going to follow behind you.
okay.
Okay, we're doing this.
Ready?
Ready.
well, so then let's call this the cliff.
Good.
And place yourselves where you want to be.
Well, first, we're still back here for the moment. While we are, I'm going to cast Spiritual Weapon while I still
Okay.
can.
So do you keep yourselves
Oh, actually, wait a minute.
it
Let
moves
me check
20
that.
feet and around?
Before I do that, hang on. Oh, that's right. Spiritual Weapon is not concentration. So,
Correct.
yeah, I can keep that in silence up simultaneously.
Mm-hmm.
How long's it last?
A minute.
Yeah, 1 minute. Well, I mean, we're 6 seconds away from the cliff edge.
No, we said we were further, but
Well, no.
yeah, we said we wanted to. Y'all were a few hundred feet.
So this, let's call it that you're 6 seconds away from the cliff's edge, and you may prepare whatever you'd like.
Okay, thank you. I'll get my crossbow out.
Everybody prepared for battle? Everybody has their mage armor. You guys don't have your armor.
Oh, that's right. I'm not wearing my armor.
Not wearing any armor.
Yeah.
But I still got
You have
mage
the mage
armor
armor.
off, right? All right. So
Yeah,
that's,
you got Aldrin's mage
what
armor.
AC does that give
Yeah.
me again?
13 plus your dex bonus.
Okay. 13, 14, 15, 16 with my shield.
Did he not cast it on himself? Did he cast it on somebody else?
He casted
Yes,
it
I
on. Yeah,
Okay.
So I don't think he has it.
Okay. So if we're 6 seconds away from the edge, 60 feet roughly,
Mhm.
I'm going to cast Spiritual Weapon
What's the range on it?
60 feet.
Okay.
I'm going to cast it 10 feet back from the edge of the cliff.
Oh
The silence.
no, you
He's not
No,
silenced.
spiritual weapon.
This is spiritual weapon.
can you
Oh.
cast silence ahead of you?
Yeah, actually, I could do that now too. So if we just wait another 6 seconds, I'll cast silence. Range is 120 feet
Can you
on
give me your
that.
spell slot?
Oh, yeah. Here's
For spiritual.
both of them. For silence, sorry.
Okay.
Silence and spiritual weapon.
So then, at least when we're really close to them,
Well, as soon as we get within 20 feet of the
they'll
cliff
be
edge.
able to hear us approach. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll cast silence, here.
Okay, that's 20 feet.
20-foot
Radius.
radius. Yeah. All around.
So with the edge of the bubble here,
Mhm.
like
The
okay.
20 feet or 40 feet along the cliff total.
Oh, so you want the radius
Center
to
of
be
the circle.
Right on the
Center,
cliff edge.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
5, 10, 15, 5, 10, 15, 20. 5, 10, 20. I'm doing this right.
Yep, that looks about right.
After this.
Okay,
Beautiful.
you have cast silence, and yeah.
I'm into it.
So now you,
All right.
at this point,
Mhm.
you have 2 rounds done of
Right.
Spiritual weapon.
I've got 8 rounds left in my spiritual weapon. Or I'll just mark down 2 down. Keep that up.
And I suppose this would be a time to roll initiative.
Okay. And silence lasts. I can hold it for like 10 minutes, so I'm not gonna
So
bother
is everybody back here?
to keep track of it.
House is kind of hanging out here.
You may situate yourselves however you like.
I was probably. Should we situate ourselves back here, or can we run up to the cliff edge? Where do you want the initiative?
No,
to start?
this initiative starts at wherever you want to be within 6 seconds of the cliff.
So you had 30 feet
Okay.
of movement after you
Yeah.
casted that?
Wasn't that me?
No, well, yeah.
Oh,
Why don't you be between us?
Yeah. Why are you moving a loom around?
Actually,
Oops, my bad.
I think you know I would probably flank you then.
yeah, you just need to be next to me, I think, because he's safe from.
So you guys coming into this bubble? It's a nice bubble.
Yeah, should we be standing right next to each other? It's probably a good idea, but
Yeah.
we're stupid.
Knocking my knees down. to,
We're not intelligent
uh,
people.
14.
Hey, Keeler, would you mind hooking me up with combat view?
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you.
Actually, it's like 6.
Don't get sick.
Ooh, 17.
Camera shifts into combat mode.
How's that?
I can see everything.
Be the great circle of silence.
Oh, I should not have had that second die coke. I will be right back.
Okay, so that's. And I need my pen.
Yeah, I can't cast anything else.
Where is my
Yeah.
people?
Not a lot of non-verbal spells.
Alce, do you have your initiative?
16.
Oh, yeah.
That was like even both of my
Whoa.
abilities require speed. So.
19. Damn. Best initiative roll I've ever had.
Morgan was 19. Illum.
6.
It'll be a while before you can do anything anyway. Might be close, aren't they?
Ribbon.
10. Roll another
Plus
8.
again. That seemed to work well last time.
You got that?
Yeah.
I need to transfer Eldrin to Roll 20 because D&D Beyond has been giving me problems with connecting to it here for some reason. Morton, what's your dex?
12 plus 1.
Baby G. Alst, what's your dex?
Plus 3.
Of course you would go first. It's a silly question. Yurick, can you roll initiative?
I did 19.
What is your dex?
You go. Me playing with papers. Oh, you don't need to see that.
I didn't see anything.
We couldn't.
He can.
I have been actively never looking over there.
Oh, I need to know what these actually.
So that makes you see like rolls of the time.
Or rather, did I not? Oh, it just got wiped out. That's why. Sorry. Working on this. Okay. So, now here, I want you all to make stealth checks.
Okay.
Actually, the guys up front don't have to make one. Actually, no, you
We're not
would
moving.
because as you approached. This is as you approach.
Would I be making it with disadvantage for my heavy armor? Or
Yeah. Well, you don't have
We don't
to.
have any armor anymore.
All right. Would we get any advantage or anything from being in silence?
Or wait, did you put yours back?
I didn't.
We never
So
said
what's
I
the-
said magic armor.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine.
22.
So, do we get any advantage from the silence or no?
No, this is as you're approaching.
Okay.
Like I was actually considering you just don't roll it at all,
15.
but you guys were
17.
so.
Without one armor.
Yeah.
Something kind of noise.
Okay. Okay, so then, as you approached was as you were being stealthy, and then as you enter this bubble, you hear nothing. And so at this point, I should write down. Okay,
No sounds of noise.
See it.
They are also silent. Wait, what have we done?
So they, this one comes up and sees you and sees a spiritual
So
weapon
red.
there. Red, yes.
It's a friendly flying.
Friendly.
Sweet.
And you yelled at them.
And
Help
silently,
us down the
5,
cliff.
10, 15, 20,
Safely.
makes it over there and it's going to make a swipe at you.
Yeah.
You don't, nobody hears this.
You don't see that
I
either?
don't see it.
Sure, you see him going,
Oh, we
You
just
see
see this
him, or
flying
you
thing.
don't see the
That
creature?
was specifically about his.
I have to remember how to do this again, but it's a 20 to hit.
Oh yeah, that hits.
That's 5 slashing damage
Okay.
as it hits you with a claw, and a 15 to hit you.
That misses.
2d4 for the claw.
I'm happy with
5 damage, or rather, 6 damage.
Okay.
2d4 plus 1. I rolled a 4 and a 1, so that's plus 1 is a 6. I'm doing
Okay,
math,
6
so I
damage
got
total.
this. Okay. Okay. And it's silent, so you hear nothing. You guys all see a harpy come up and start flailing around.
I can hit.
Yurik's turn.
So this harpy is like within
Right
melee.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, okay. Well,
Right
I don't know what I'm doing with this javelin then, but I'll poke it with the javelin.
Okay.
So, the 17 to hit.
This. It does, but let me finish prepping. I forgot I need some notes.
That's it.
I
A
mean,
mighty
it is.
poke, Yurik.
Okay. And
D8s are kind of cool. Guys.
okay. Yeah, go for it damage wise.
8 damage.
Okay.
Rumba.
All right, you noiselessly hit it. And next is this one. That's this guy. He's gonna come up and see you and go for here. Or out.
You oust.
He's gonna make one attack which is gonna miss. It's like 10. And the second one is a 19 to hit.
Hit.
So that is going to be It's 2d4. 7 bludgeoning damage as she swipes at you with her claws. Or sorry, that's her club. Bludgeoning with her club.
Yeah.
They have claws and a club.
Great.
Like the sirens have their claws and a spear. These ones have claws and a cudgel.
Okay.
Morton's turn.
I'm gonna put my heavy crossbow away and get my warhammer and my shield out. What does that take? Some
An
movement?
action
That takes a full action.
Shield.
for a shield.
Okay, I'll do it.
Okay.
And then my spiritual weapon is gonna come over here.
Okay.
And make an attack.
Does he get any flanking bonus?
No.
Yeah. Probably not.
Probably not.
Typical.
Okay. That's your turn.
I mean, I used an action and a bonus action. Yeah,
You can
move.
move. Yeah.
we can see the enemy.
Okay. House's turn.
Okay. Oust is going to drop his crossbow and pull out his short sword. Can he still take a strike at it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just one.
18.
Yes.
9 damage. 9 damage.
Okay. So that's a hit. Next is this one.
Actually, I suppose I probably
This one.
The armored one.
should have moved and given you a
Um,
flanking bonus.
So this one takes its full action to actually no, it's gonna come over here and it's gonna use its bonus action to start singing. So I would like the two of you back here to make a wisdom
I'm going to use my
Wisdom
attack
wisdom
on this-
saving throw.
on this.
Okay.
Excuse me.
19.
18.
Yeah, you're fine. Why'd you roll twice?
I gave you twice.
Oh yeah,
advantage.
advantage. Yeah. So mark down that you've saved against
Oh, yeah.
one.
That's the
its
one
turn.
in armor.
Nope.
Oh,
Which
have
one's
we
going
seen
on?
one in armor?
Nope.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There's more of them.
Oh, I was didn't see all
That
of
is
them.
correct. Oust has
Bummer.
I mean, yeah. So at this point, that's all you know. You see 3 harpies. None of them are in armor.
Okay.
She took it off.
So yeah, you took how long
To
does it
fight
take?
us.
5 minutes to take off leather armor, something like that. So then it's crap. No, it's fine. I've got this. I should have wrote their symbols down on their papers, but they're in order here. So nope, that's not going to work. I need to do this immediately. Sorry, guys.
No problem.
Because if they die, I need to know which card to take out of the initiative stack. And then this one is up now. So you are this one. Okay. So then this one is gonna this is very hard for me today for some reason. I don't really know why. This one is gonna do the same thing and start singing wisdom saving throws, please.
19 again.
12.
You are fine. You have saved against the second one.
You're really good for this. Good job. Trained that willpower last time.
So this one is this symbol. That's not how you draw a triangle. So this one comes up And this one, actually, it knows, it hears that it can't
I
make
give
sound
Oust a
there.
dirty look inside the sphere of silence.
And it's... So...
When you don't say anything over there, your image never expands. I can't even see the hand gestures.
Oh.
Okay, so she is you guys don't hear anything, but she like points at Morden, and I want you to make a wisdom saving throw.
In the silence. All right.
You, the three in the back, hear the sounds of a spell going on.
It doesn't say the target has to be able to hear it.
that's true.
Nope.
Wow.
Wisdom saving throw. That is a 13.
You barely succeed. You feel a chuckle coming on, but you don't really know why. And but no one hears that he like did a little. It's because you're in silence.
I see him laugh, and I think he's laughing at Oust's terrible scouting job.
It's almost like they were hiding.
What's the point of those fancy glasses?
Riven's turn.
Okay.
Oh, actually, she's also going to use her bonus action to start singing. So
Is she wearing armor?
she's wearing armor.
Hey. That's all.
Oh, crap.
Do not save this.
11.
Oh, you succeeded, but you are
I am doubly
you are
ultra charmed.
Doubly ultra
What?
charm?
She just rolled one.
Oh, I mean,
Oh.
That's regular.
so yeah,
Don't give him any ideas.
Forever charmed.
Just sprints.
You're charmed and dead.
Do I get a
The
wisdom
worst.
saving throw at the end of my turn?
no. Or, I mean, yeah, you would once
Okay.
you have one.
That was my turn.
It was beginning of his. Well, his turn is next,
You said my turn.
and then you said
No, I said
saving
Alvin.
throw.
Oh, really?
Oh no, you're right. I said Riven.
Yeah, so
Was
I lost
next.
my turn
I
because I got
skipped.
charmed.
I,
Right.
Yeah, but you walk forward 5, 10, 15, 30, and you're in the silence bubble.
He bumps into the right
And
there.
then
And the house.
Yes, make a wisdom saving throw.
that is a 9.
Okay, you're still charmed.
Why didn't you opportunity attack him as he walks away?
We got this.
I don't think I would allow that.
Even if we said to like look out for that, I mean that seems almost reasonable.
Yeah, no.
He wasn't in the middle of a fight to the death with him. I can see it going through him.
Range 60 feet. That's a 20-foot bubble, so you can probably hit 5, 10, 30. Yeah, she knows the range. So Aladrin's going to throw a little acid blob at him. Natural 20.
Whoa,
No,
Aladrin!
sorry. That's a saving throw attack, so it saves. No damage.
Absolute opposite.
Wait, he's immune to charm.
Yeah.
No, it was
Yeah,
the
it
hard
It works. I got you. I'm bad. My bad.
Did acid splash with
Yeah.
a natural. Ilum's turn.
It's close enough.
Wait, what?
I'm clearly thinking to myself. None of you heard anything.
The zone of silence is only in the game. Evan.
Dash.
Interesting. Yeah.
I guess I should have tried to make it up.
That was your one. I mean, not
That
your
was
one
your
job.
job.
It was your
Use
job.
dash to go an extra 5 feet.
Instead of waking up Riven.
So I think
Bloom got a little bloodthirsty when I saw something he could attack.
Yeah, that's in
They're
character.
not bandits.
So I believe
Heroes.
like opportunity to attack actually states an enemy that you see. So I don't think that you can
Fair enough.
do that.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I
you
can tell
took
you
an
still
action
attacking.
to dash to get into the silence bubble. Next is double dots. And I guess she's just going to make 2 attacks against you.
I mean, she can consider options.
Yeah, but she doesn't want to get in range of all this madness that's going on.
She has a flying weapon behind her already.
That's
true.
17 to hit.
That'll hit.
6 plus 1 is 7 damage, piercing, as she rakes out with her claws. And 16 plus 3.
That'll also
hit.
hit. Can I
Okay,
borrow your
also
dice?
Wrote these wrong. So the club is only 1d4, so I got that wrong before. But
Not with you, with him.
4 damage.
Four
Bludgeoning.
damage. Okay.
Yeah, and seeing she's gonna back away 5, 10, 15, 20,
Opportunity
yeah,
attack.
and she's flying in air 20 feet here.
That would be impressive with that.
Oh.
Alright, my opportunity
Yeah.
attack.
Can we do that?
Oof, nope, that's gonna miss.
All right, so she is up in the air and she.
Hang on. Does my holy weapon get
Oh,
us?
it's not a creature.
Doesn't get a weapon.
Nope.
That seems reasonable to me.
Yurik's turn.
Alright. Eric is gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, flanking.
Yep.
And screw it. Can he not do that?
Okay.
I'll just chuck my spear at the weakened one in the air.
Okay. Make your attack roll.
16.
Hits.
Woo! 13 damage.
All right.
Nice.
And then bonus action, I will pull my spear back
All
to
right.
me.
Next is this guy.
Oh, and actually, sorry.
Hmm?
Can I still just...
The movement, yeah.
Nope, Eric's scared of all the harpies. He's already hurt, so he's going to stay where he is.
Okay. So this one is going to flank around. So you may make an opportunity attack house.
24.
Yeah, it hits.
You got sneak attack. You won't get.
So I had an ally within 5 feet. Does that give me?
I'm.
Oh wait, no. I already used it this turn.
Yeah.
This is the next round, though, right?
4 damage.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that sneak attack only goes off on your turn.
I
Okay.
don't think it had sneak attack.
You
You didn't have sneak attack on the first because there was nobody next to the.
You would
Sorry.
have been... Or,
it's fine. So
You're
you,
right,
you roll
I got
damage.
4 damage without sneak attack.
last time you did what? You did a lot of damage last time, right?
He did. He did.
I did about 7 or so.
Um,
Not
okay.
really.
Yeah, because he wasn't in range yet.
No, I think he did 9.
And he's gonna make 2 attacks against big armored dude.
Hey, that's you.
It's not
That's
big
gonna
armor
be
though.
11.
It's shiny
It's
armor.
not gonna hit. I don't think.
It's
11
not that
plus
big.
3
It's
is
just nice and shiny.
14.
Well, he's got major.
Yeah,
Serious?
14.
So it hits.
Yeah, he's not wearing his armor.
Yeah, he's got
Yeah,
major.
I was just expecting it to be harder to hit him still.
Yeah.
That's 8 damage piercing,
Thanks for taking the damage.
and
I can take it. That wasn't that
a
much.
natural 20.
Spoke
So
too soon.
7 bludgeoning damage. Next is Morden's turn.
I'm gonna reach over
Someone's
and
gonna get hurt.
smack Riven with my shield.
Make an attack roll.
Makes him unconscious.
God, I cannot roll. Would that just be my strength modifier?
Yeah.
Proficiency?
Nope.
Or 8.
Okay, yeah,
Strength.
that misses. He's somehow I don't really know how to story wise say how you miss in this case, but
I don't get
maybe-
advantage for him being not dodging.
No, I don't.
He's charmed. He's not incapacitated. Although he's
No,
not dodging.
he is incapacitated.
He is. I roll again.
I don't remember. I
I
literally.
feel like we did earlier when I
Yeah, you
punched.
gave the
Yeah, well, he was doing something else, but
advantage to-
Alright, I
well,
guess
they
that
said I
wasn't-
was incapacitated.
Yeah.
The word was at least used.
Yeah. That's in the player's manual.
It doesn't say. It says an incapacitated creature can't take actions or reactions, but it doesn't say
Okay,
anything
yeah.
about attack rolls against it.
Yep. All right. So yeah, you whiff a bit.
Did you only hit me because of your advantage?
No,
Darn it.
the managing anything extra.
I
Is that
know,
everything
like magically.
for you?
no. On the bonus action, I'm gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20 and attack
Okay.
this guy.
Yeah, go for it.
Hey, there's a roll finally.
That hits.
And I think it's 1d8.
Maybe.
I'll go.
I think so.
Yeah, 1d8 plus my spellcasting modifier. Which is 5. 9.
9 damage to this one.
See, Cord just doesn't want you to hit your allies, so he's only helping you on the rolls against enemies. That's why you roll better.
He's been helping me on all the rolls against my enemies.
He was taking a nap. He just didn't notice.
Alf's turn.
Okay, I'm gonna whip out a dagger with my offhand and throw it at the harpy that just tried to escape from us, from the group.
The
The
one
one
in
that's close.
This
No,
this one.
One that's close.
This one.
Yeah.
It's not trying to escape. This one's just.
All right, just got out from around us. Yeah,
Yeah.
Or from around me. 20,
Hits.
18 damage.
18 damage.
Yeah, I rolled almost max damage with my
Dagger.
Sneak attack.
with my sneak attack.
Sorry, how much was it?
18.
18.
Is it still up?
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm going to drop my short sword and make another attack with the dagger.
Are you what?
A second dagger?
Yeah,
You bought a few of them, didn't you?
yeah, I did.
Okay, go for it.
I missed. It was a natural one.
All right. Anything else for you?
Done.
All right. Next is this guy. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, I can make it all the way over here. Shoot. You were charmed by this one. So, we'll go over here. Or actually, well, she can hit either of you from there. Yeah, it's gonna try and hit Ribbon.
Appreciate it.
15 plus
That
stuff.
hits.
So yeah. 9 piercing damage. Make a wisdom saving throw.
Natural one.
Oh,
Man.
I think it's every time you take damage, so that's fine. That's gonna miss. 4 plus 3 is 7.
Yeah.
Next is
Yeah, that one.
Diamond is gonna come over here. Rather, what it actually does is it flies in and hears nothing and then comes out here. And he's gonna attack Big Armored Dude. Oh, you're not Big Armored Dude. I keep forgetting. That's a 4. That's gonna miss. That's a 14 plus 3 is 17.
That hits. 14, so.
It's 3 bludgeoning damage as the club whacks you. Next up is this one. She saw you laying down the hurt, and she's gonna point at you and
Wink back at her.
make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
She nicely asked.
13.
Barely succeeds.
Yeah.
You also feel a chuckle, but that's it.
I laugh.
we don't.
No one hears it. Riven's turn.
All right. Wisdom saving throw.
Yes.
Yay!
Actually, no.
End of your turn.
You, at the start of your turn, you can't hear their voice. the effect ends.
Oh.
Oh, cool.
Oh, that's a good thing we put that.
I wasn't in it.
You are in the bubble now.
You are, yeah.
Oh man, yeah.
So
These guys
you
right
come to
there.
your senses at the start of your turn.
All right. And
Does
this
that count as a resist for that
Yeah.
one? Okay.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, wait. He was already. He marked that down and he
Yeah.
got charmed.
Oh.
Yeah.
You can't get charmed twice by the same one.
Yes.
So that was the okay. So I'm keeping track of which ones I haven't
Yeah.
saved against yet. Oh, well, that one's right next to me. That sucks. So I will shocking grasp
Go for
the dots. That is a 16.
It hits.
I hate to do that. Shocking grasp with a verbal component.
Sure does. Can I move 5 feet and do it?
Yeah.
It is a 1d8. 8.
Hey.
Okay. 8 damage to Dot.
They can't take reactions.
Good to
Man,
know.
it's not looking good, but it's still flapping there.
one
But
bonus
yeah,
action
you can
thing
you can
here.
move away from it if you want without an opportunity attack.
Yeah, I know. I decide if I want to move away and cast another spell.
Up to you.
It's not looking good, huh?
Nope.
So many of them now. Nope, I'm doing it in silence.
Okay.
Sure. I'm hiding.
10, so let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, sure, you can get there by pushing through enemies. Or rather, allies. Cool. So that's your go. Aladrin's turn.
It's been abandoned out there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot about him again.
He sees 2 grouped up here and he thinks, well, this is about the best I can do, and he's going to acid splash. So
You can get a book with like magic missile or something.
he is a level 2 spellcaster. He's used all of his spell slots, once with mage armor and 2 with arcane missiles.
That's true.
But that one fails. That one. What's the same dex? Yeah. So that one succeeds. So 1 takes some damage, and it's 1d6. 1 damage.
God, Aladrin.
Well,
Let's
then
try.
that's this one. So yeah, so see the acid splash.
he only
just
got 2
sizzles a
spells for
little
that
bit.
book. I might not have paid so much for it.
Illium's turn.
Smash something.
I'm gonna use my bonus action to shield bash that guy.
Nice.
Shield mastery.
Yep.
So does that have a chance to like prone them? Or
Yeah,
something?
you can choose to either prone them or knock
Or
them back.
shove.
Like yeah, shove
Yeah,
them back.
it's the shove action as a bonus action.
I hate to ask this, but you have your shield equipped.
Or unequipped it. I don't have any other
He
weapons.
didn't.
I don't have ranged weapons.
Yeah, he didn't get a ranged weapon.
I just kept
so
these.
Go for it.
It's like what, 21.
No, that's
So, yeah, what do we add?
that's
Is
a
it a
DC against strength.
Strength. that was
So it's a
strength,
contested strength.
Okay.
Oh
18.
boy, sorry, that's a 19 plus 1, so 20.
Wow. Oh, wow.
yeah. 18. So
So you reach
Almost.
out with your shield and it just flaps back a little bit. and-
well, then I'm just gonna slash with my sword in action.
All right,
18.
hits.
And I'm going to divine smite it.
Which one are you attacking?
This dude.
Okay.
So that's 3d8.
Voice.
Yeah, because that doesn't require verbal. You just burn
Yeah.
your spell slots.
Hey, you want some more D8?
Sure.
Oh, I got the 8s.
No, no.
I mean, like you're.
2
Sorry.
good ones.
Not bad.
14. 14 more damage.
No, 14
14
total.
total.
One of those was his sword.
Yeah. Radiant
So
damage.
that's okay.
You guys just see my sword light up as I smash down on this.
All right, Dot's turn. It's gonna come in here and get at you. 13 plus 3.
It's
So, can you? No, sorry, you didn't roll. Yeah, you rolled a d20 for shocking grasp, and it wasn't a large. For
Yeah.
I'm counting cantrips
Okay.
for
With attack rolls.
yeah. So you take 4 piercing damage.
Okay.
And the club comes down for 15
That just hits.
for a total of 4 bludgeoning damage.
How you looking there, buddy?
A little rough. Still on 2 legs.
How's Diamond looking, by the way?
Diamond.
After I hit him.
That's the first time it's been hit.
Yeah, okay. So just,
Yurk's turn.
Okay, who's looking rougher, Dot or Dots?
Dot, but they're actually pretty close.
Is Dot still under the effect of the shocking grasp?
Till the start of its next turn, I believe. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, but
So currently, you see it. Just,
the foot's there.
would this be flanking, or is only this flanking?
that.
That's flanking.
Mhm.
Is this in or out of the bubble?
I'm gonna say out just because there's less mass of the
Okay.
square inside of the bubble.
All right, then I will just attack Dot.
Okay.
With my spear. 25.
Doesn't hit.
Oh,
Doesn't count. As well.
That was,
It was also
cost
straight up,
die.
so there was no.
Hey, all right.
Number.
wow, another
13.
That is just
What does a
enough.
corner stand for?
Get one down.
Yay!
Yeah.
Can I?
Count all the versions.
Just instant kill.
That's for you.
Yeah, you add all the
And
minutes
then-
rounds.
3 more coming.
Yeah, I know. Then I'm going to move 5, 10, 15, 20.
Still on its head, 25.
Oh, and I didn't throw
you
my
didn't
spear.
throw it, so,
So I'm just going to stand there.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, no. I'm going to. Who looks the best? Ooh, that one does, right?
yeah, this one's not touched.
That's fancy.
Ooh, curse for 1 minute. Huh?
Have you been keeping track of spiritual weapon cooldowns?
We only have one.
I suppose it
Two.
has been going.
Can't
All right,
Anything.
I'm going to. Yeah, Hexblade's curse does not require any sort of component.
Cool. So you
I'm
just
going
point
to-
at it.
Yeah,
And,
and I'm going to curse it.
okay.
What's that deal?
So he gets extra damage when he hits it, and
And
it
I
gets
critical on 19 or 20, and I
Mhm.
heal when it dies.
Mhm.
But it only lasts for a minute, so I'll start a little counter.
Only thing it sounds like the opponent is your hand, so if your hand gets chopped off, it might be hard to point at things.
Well, let's try to stop that from happening. Then.
I guess you can still point at it with your arm without a hand.
You've been hit once, right? No.
Me.
No one's even
We're in
attacked.
the middle.
Okay, yeah, I guess you're in the middle, and so everyone's doing their job of keeping the guy who's
Just
concentrating
concentrating, busy.
Morden's turn.
Okay, so my bonus action, I'm going to go 5, 15, 20.
Yeah.
Attack dots.
Go
Do
for
I
it.
get a bonus for flanking here?
Nope,
Mm.
not a creature.
Yeah.
Alright,
Yeah.
15
Don't
plus
It hits.
Smite this thing.
stuff.
I don't
doesn't
think that's
have
his
smites.
thing.
Who cares? Smite
Smite
it.
it.
Nobody else can just make their sword glowing.
Give me time.
3 plus 5, 8 damage.
8 damage.
Your weapons get dark, they don't
That's true.
Still standing, but
Someday
not
one
looking
of us
happy.
will have to kill the other one.
Okay. I'm going to move just right
Stream.
in there.
Your sword glows light, mine
Exactly.
glows dark.
Whatever.
It's gotta
Go
happen.
for it.
I mean, yeah.
Hits.
Yeah.
I think that's the end of the cause explosion when they touch another spiritual
Oh,
weapon.
17 damage?
No, 17 to hit. I was just doing
Yeah,
the math.
yeah, that's hits.
17
Another
damage sounds pretty nice, though.
And that is just my strength. Yeah, so 5.
Plus your, oh, yeah, just strength.
Plus 15 to hit. Right, yeah.
Yeah.
So 5 damage.
Does he
All
look
right, man, it's holding on, but just barely. Oust's turn.
Okay. The one that I threw the dagger at last time,
Mm-hmm.
I would like to stoop down and pick up my crossbow. Can I load it and fire it all in a turn?
Make a dexterity check.
Okay.
Thanks for that.
Just raw dexterity.
Yeah,
15.
15. Sure. So we'll say that when you dropped it initially, the trigger mechanism didn't go off, and there's still a bolt in there.
Oh, awesome. Okay, cool.
You set it down lightly enough and drew your dagger.
Nice. Okay. 21 to hit.
Which one are you shooting at?
The same one that he's been hitting.
You?
That's this
Yeah. No.
Oh, really?
That'll be you.
Yeah, that's the one I've been hitting.
one. Oh,
Yeah, you said
That's
Diamond
what
hadn't
it
been
is.
hit before.
sorry. You're right.
13 damage.
Ouchies.
On each kill and a different one. It's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Awful nuance.
Not looking happy. Bonus action? No.
Yeah, can I actually, you know what?
You can't do anything on a bonus action with a two-handed weapon.
No. I was just considering movement, but I'm not going to.
Like two.
Oh wait, yeah. Which one's Morden's character's icon? Or
Oh, sorry, no, that's Illumin.
I'd like to move alongside him.
Okay.
There.
Perfect.
Okay. So next is Diamond. It's going to
I think we're all acting like you're still in your
make
big shiny armor.
2 attacks against Illumin.
Loom's got it.
That's a 2
Because I die.
and a 5. Let's go
Wow.
Abyss.
He can just
Well,
touch
you
himself.
don't need
and-
armor.
Yeah. So
Heal
mage
back
armor's
up.
great.
Uh,
It's such
that worked
it's
this
such
time.
it's such a treat.
And yeah, it still doesn't like all the
You still have
damage
more health
that
than a lot of you guys.
is being thrown
Sorry,
out
being
by Oust. So Oust, please make me a wisdom saving throw.
15.
You succeed.
Nice.
It's pretty
Nice.
annoying when people save all their wisdom saving throws, isn't it?
It sure is.
Assuming that happened in your game.
Yes, like 10, I feel like, at least.
Well, mine were were they in service?
There were always
Okay.
in mine.
Our whole party sacrificed a bit of intelligence. for
Riven.
wisdom.
Yes, so,
I will shocking grasp because I don't want to suffer.
You have to get in outside of. Well, you can because you can. move
Yeah, I
right
can
there.
flank over right.
Right,
and
now
this
he's
guy never
flanking.
started singing, right?
Well, now that you're out, I would like you to make wisdom saving throws.
Why'd you ask that?
He never said his bonus action started singing.
That's
This guy was in
because
the
that's
singing.
because you can't hear in there, so you wouldn't know that they're singing.
you wouldn't know that there's
All of us were in there. None of us would.
Okay.
All right.
No. Well,
So-
hey, you're about to walk back.
Walk forward.
Let's see. So, how many of you are saved from now? This is 4.
I didn't say from that one.
And I meant how many have affected
that's-
you at this point? This is 4?
Everybody except for double dots.
Oh, double dots is silenced. He can't be singing.
And yeah, you just stay there. That's because you can't move.
Wait, if he is not saved from double dots is in the zone of silence.
Right.
Yeah, I just got
Oh.
affected by you
Oh, so that was
That's
the
what I was
first
saying.
time
Okay,
that you.
I
because you never said that he started singing because he was in the silence
So then,
and then he moved out, but it never said the bonus action started
There.
singing. That's why I moved out.
But I will say that you stop here and
Yeah,
and
straight.
you regain your composure, so you are saved. So the
Dude,
bubble of
that
silence
silence
is
is real
still
nice.
going nice and
Working
loud.
out.
Didn't even
Working
get
out
to use it with the sirens, but
Just-
I'm glad.
I mean,
got
it's
it.
still.
You're using it with the sirens now.
And he doesn't get an
Flying
opportunity attack
silence.
because I'm a friendly.
He does still get an opportunity.
We'll have
attack
to add an
against-
addendum to the book afterwards.
Yes, I
Send
wrote
a
it
note
down.
to the
misses.
publisher.
Stop trying to get yourself
Rin,
hurt.
That's my brain. My
I
rule lawyer brain.
I had these things in my head ready, but he says it first.
Okay, it was gonna
Because I
happen
was
anyway.
going to have anyone who steps out of the bubble make wisdom saving throws. So, what was I rolling for again?
You said Aladrin was going to do something,
Yeah,
so
so
I assume
that's
another
yeah,
acid splash.
And, come on. Okay, that's. I think that they both fail. So,
Come on, Aldrin.
It's an acid
It's not
splash.
worth it. Need to sell that book.
He doesn't even need the book for the.
Acid splash.
Acid
It's a thing
splash.
you can do over and over again.
They both take 2 damage.
Nice.
Yes.
Good job,
Whittle
buddy.
them away.
Mhm.
And you can't hurt you.
And that's
Playing my Warhammer against my shield equally silently.
cheering on the low-level wizard. It's just
Man, it must be rough to start a game as a wizard. Really, if you start at level 1, you'd have like a single spell. And
They're
then
starting.
smack 'em
All the
with a
NPCs
staff.
so far have stayed at 1 level behind you guys, and I just never leveled.
Right. Well, you didn't do
Illum-
much with
yeah.
us. So,
So Illum's turn.
Like all the enemies are just ignoring him too. Like just weak acid.
Well,
It's useless.
he seems to be
non-charmed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna try to shield bash that guy again.
Yeah.
See if this
might as well
works.
just stand back there and yell at them.
How strong are you?
Not that strong.
Yeah, 19 plus 1, 20.
That's like 7.
So
Well, shield dash not working out. Now I'm gonna slash him. Oh, sorry again.
go for it.
To be better at that.
What was it?
That
maybe.
9 plus 6.
Yeah,
15.
that'll hit.
Or, yeah. And I'm gonna divine smite again.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Fertilizing.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Nice.
Oh, that's good.
That's good. damage.
18.
You're
Plus
better at
anything?
Math than me, faster. I guess my base one is actually plus 6. I forgot about that.
Plus 6.
Yeah.
Plus
That one.
Oh, because of his dueling.
Plus 2.
Oh,
for my dueling, yeah.
nifty.
That is
So how much damage is that?
mad.
You said it was
So what is
18
dueling
plus
again?
Plus
Plus
2 if you're using a one-handed weapon and not a weapon in your
Oh.
other hand.
so 24.
Holy!
24 damage
Yeah.
to.
Alright.
Yeah, he's dead. That's a lot of damage.
Sick.
That's an insane amount of damage.
Yeah,
Forgot about that. Should have did that. I did extra plus 6 last time too. I forgot to add it.
Shit.
that's just a fighting feat that you.
Fighting.
So yeah, one of the paladin,
Paladin
choices.
Okay, so
like 3 different fighting styles you can pick from.
Was it just plus your proficiency to any one of the weapons? What is it?
Yeah, I should have it written down. Let me see the exact description.
Next is this one.
Fighting style?
It's
I
gonna
crossed
make
off 'cause I didn't pick it.
2 attacks against
Or
more
I
than
didn't copy it down.
Uh-oh.
Hit me. Or don't hit me. Actually, go ahead and hit me.
13.
Don't hit me.
Don't hit you.
Didn't hit me.
Doesn't
No,
hit.
I didn't.
I couldn't decide if I wanted to hit me or not because, damage, but I can lightning them.
Your
You're
turn.
kind of
Yeah,
keeping us
but-
alive.
I never get to lightning anybody, man. I have pretty good wisdom. I can hold. Or what's the concentration save?
Okay,
Spellcasting
so
modifier.
Dots looks pretty
Uh,
bad now.
Depends on your
Constitution.
save.
Oh no, I'm gonna. So Dots looks bad, right?
Yeah.
But I'm still gonna throw my spear at
So it's not actually
Okay,
a
make
question, it's just literally
a
just plus
attack
2.
roll with disadvantage.
No
with
matter what.
disadvantage.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
Ranged weapons while
that's
melee
not
combat.
that's right. Okay.
Yeah.
Great
can
now,
I not
though.
do that
Yeah.
with that information?
Yeah.
Okay. And he wasn't shocking grasped again, right?
Nope.
Okay, I'll just attack it. 12.
Hits.
Oh man, I'll use the D8 from this set, but not the D20 as much. So 12.
And still kicking, but not
I
looking
thought it was
good.
Are you
really
sure?
bad.
Mm-hmm.
Because
You said that
he was
like
hit with
3
lots
attacks
of other
ago.
stuff.
Yes, he has.
He used to have the same as the other one, which died on a 13. I thought is what you said. And then he's
He looked close.
I said he looked close, but not exactly.
He's hanging in there.
So he probably has, like
Okay.
barely any.
So
Like
yeah,
1
it looks very injured, Philip.
Okay, I'm just saying he looks very injured.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Use turn. Gonna
Saw me just
Yeah,
obliterate
just
his
gonna
friend. It exploded
attack.
in light.
Illumine.
Big armored guy.
Nope. Probably not.
Shiny over here.
He's
12.
just shiny even
14.
without the armor. He just glows.
Morden's turn.
I'm gonna do bonus action first and have my quick weapon attack.
Go for it. Hits.
And that's a 3 plus 5, so 8.
That does it.
Finally.
Right.
One more round of my So can I use my
Now you're free.
my spiritual weapons movement after attacking to move the 20 feet from now?
Sure.
Just gonna go straight 5, 10, 15. Get it up there. And well, I guess I get 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
You can get there if you want.
I can get there. I'm not sure if I should. I'm not going to. I'm just gonna move here.
Okay.
Risk bringing down the conus, or not cone, the sphere of silence seems like a poor choice for my mediocre melee damage.
Oust.
Okay, load another crossbow bolt up and fire it at the same one.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, I could have traded out for my crossbow. That would have been smart.
Natural 1.
No. Well, you would have to take an action to do that.
Yeah, I know.
Well,
but
you didn't take an action.
I could have done it. I look at Oust's crossbow and be like,
Oh.
oh yeah.
Yeah. So this one, the
Oh,
arm.
can I move real quick?
Hmm?
Can I move before
Yeah.
you do that? I would have wanted to position myself a little bit like halfway between Morden and the one that you were just fiddling around with, just so it would have to come through me to get to Morden.
Okay. So this one's gonna come around here and wail at Bloom. Nope.
Still have luck.
Ribbon.
Doing my job
All
as the
right.
tank.
So now that I have saved from both these guys,
Mm-hmm.
I am going to move 30 feet away.
Okay.
With a 5, 15,
You're
20, 30. Right?
Yeah, that was like
5, 15,
20.
20, 30. And I'm going to cast Scorching. Wait, how does you look?
Not good. And triangle looks untouched.
Yeah. I'm going to cast Scorching Ray at you.
So
That's
that's all 3 attack rolls against you.
Yep.
All right.
16,
Hits.
18,
Hits.
18. Sweet.
Nice.
So 66.
It's how
Can I
many?
get 3 more d6?
Here's the many. And it looks like fire.
Ooh. Oops, sorry.
I
Sorry
don't
about
even
that.
need to calculate this.
Yeah,
Explodes.
that's a pretty
Oh,
big.
it's obliterated.
For a melee spell attack, do I have my spell casting modifier? Or do I have add my spell attack bonus, which has my proficiency in it?
Wow, that was a good roll.
19,
Yeah,
28.
add 2 more to all of those. I don't think I've missed
more than
much
I
with
did
it,
last
but
night.
gotta keep that in mind next time.
Did you use a second level spell slot or a first?
Second.
What?
What's level spell slot did you use?
First. I only have first right now.
Oh, okay.
I don't get a second till my second.
First, right? That
Then his is range.
Yeah.
Doesn't rely on a hit. Yeah, that seems about fair. And
Then
the
second level
other
spell
ones-
slot, I get an extra D.
And this.
Jeez. That's
does 1d8. Yeah, so the damage only adds my.
Also, if we're ever fighting undead, I get an extra D8 on top of that.
feel like
Or
that's
if
not
Aladrin's
undead.
turn.
Just seems like a
Gonna make
given
a
necessity.
splash. Fail. Or
No,
is successful. Illumin's turn.
Gloom.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
I think I already did, right? Because this one was outside at first.
Yeah, that was the very first
I don't
one.
think you ever started saying.
Oh, you're right. You're right. You're fine.
Yeah, that was the very first one.
Yeah, you're fine.
I forgot. Every time I don't do anything with my action on a round, I'm just standing there. I can be taking the dodge action in case someone comes in to attack.
I'll shield bash that guy, I guess.
Go
Let's
for
see
it.
if I can actually
Connect
do
on one.
anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're successful.
Well, okay.
His strength modifier would be her strength modifier.
Is it a natural
Even
one?
if he rolls a natural 1, his strength modifier would be her strength modifier.
I'm
and he
not-
would be successful.
Get that one prone.
Prone.
Like,
I'm gonna-
flying.
Like, I
Not
will
hovering, though.
let you know that I don't think like she'll drop to the ground, but I don't. So you can push her back, but I don't think because she's actually flying, she's not standing there. I don't like she would. You'd knock her wing off and out of place, and she would land. Actually, I will let her make us. If this is what you want to do, I'll let her make a dexterity check to see whether or not she does.
Yeah.
recover.
Do that.
Makes sense.
Yeah, she rolled 17, so she catches her feet, but she's on the ground.
I will attack with my sword.
Hits.
Mhm.
8.
Oh yeah. I'll wait. This one is other picture. Yurik.
Okay. I think my patron will get angry if I decide to throw it instead of running up there and poking her. Why not? Why? Let's not push my luck. 5, 10, 15, 20. And I'll attack with
Poke with vigor.
Yes, I will attack with the vigor.
Go for it.
6 plus 7, 13.
Hits. Actually,
7.
sorry, that misses. She's buffed up
Oh,
with
and their
armor.
armor. Yeah, strength, prof, and improved backed weapon.
Bonus
I
action.
think there's really much I can do then, so I'll just chill.
Okay, that's our picture. Morden.
I'll have bonus action, spiritual weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Did anyone get flanking bonuses from having just my spiritual weapon on the other side of them? It doesn't matter. All right, just go right there and make an attack roll. Sorry, that's 17.
Hits.
Giant dice just smacks right in the face.
Oh yeah. Yeah, right there.
And then 9 damage.
Okay. That's oust.
I will take the dodge full round action,
Okay.
just as an aside.
Yeah, I will whip out my crossbow and take a shot. Sorry, 1 second. I had to make up a baby bottle. Hold on. Okay. 13 to hit.
Hit. Nope, sorry, misses this one.
Well then,
I was really glad she has armor. Coming in handy.
It's coming in.
I will. I mean, I don't remember the mechanics of this. Can I drop my crossbow? Wait, I don't have my short sword. It's on the ground, so I guess I'm done.
Okay. This one's turn. She points at you
Oh no.
and wants you to make a wisdom saving throw.
That one's solid.
That's pretty
Everybody's just really wise.
They never work. They never work.
This was going to be good too because that was suggestion and it was an 8-hour spell and you would have been coming off the cliff with her.
Oh,
I've
no.
tried so many suggestions.
Driven.
In that.
My turn?
Yeah.
All right, Scorching Ray on her.
Go for it.
We got 10.
Nope.
That's a 14.
Hits. Nope.
And all right, so that's 4 because of my feet,
Yep. Mm-hmm.
and I will quicken a firebolt.
Okay, let me do the damage here. 4 damage. Yeah, he's just
Seriously.
That's a 6, 12.
Shooting
Misses.
All right, well,
This
that's
reminds me of
Going
an
that way,
attack
too.
on
That
the
is my
spider
turn.
forest.
Aladrin is gonna launch this thing.
all right, you guys got this.
I think that would be a success, so no damage. Ilun.
Oh, I wanted to move away. Can I do that?
Yeah.
I got plenty of range. I don't need to be
by the
close to
way,
this
so
thing.
on her turn, you also hear you despicable creatures, you killed our daughters. You will die by my hand.
You're the only one that knows that she said this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only
Oh, and
will.
the
No, on the outside.
Then Aldrin.
Aldrin's
Like,
like,
stop yelling! I'm right next.
So Ilu.
She's still on the ground. Like,
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try to bash her on that shoulder.
Okay.
See what happens.
I didn't think for her to take flight again. So. I need to roll up. For
12.
that. It's natural one.
Oh man, knocked her down. I'm just like, get down, finally.
Come on.
Okay.
I'm not very dexterous.
Very good.
That works at all.
So does he have an advantage on this?
Yes.
So I will slash with my sword. Really all I can do. Roll
Roll again.
Natural 20. Natural. No.
all right, fine.
The first one was 20.
Yep.
Oh. Standing up now.
7 damage. Minimum damage.
Guaranteed 7
Okay.
damage. It's not
Yeah.
bad. Not bad at all.
All right. Next is Morden.
And she's on the
Attack on
ground.
spiritual weapon again.
Yep. Advantage.
Okay. So it was a 21 with a 14. And plus 5, that's 11.
11 damage.
And your spiritual weapon is plus 5. That's awesome.
Yeah, it gives my spellcasting modifier, which is way better than my strength.
Wow, you hit.
You're at 20 wisdom?
Yeah, I took a plus 2 at the level 4 attribute.
Jeez.
Uric.
All right, I'm going to poke with vigor.
I also dumped all my
Advantage.
human extra
Ooh,
stats
yes,
into
extra
wisdom
vigor.
when I did the character.
Hits. But
15. Yeah, okay.
plus
Yeah,
your
fishing
hex
for
damage.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, ooh, that's right. Okay.
Forgot about that.
So,
Another 8.
Nice. You're rolling
Uh,
so much damage.
yeah, so 8, 13, 15, because that's my proficiency.
She's dead.
Yay! Yay!
We all start
Hit
cheering,
points
but
equal
most
to your
of us don't
warlock
make any
level
noise.
and your
Guys, good
charisma.
job!
I assume then, like, you dissipate
Oh
the
yeah, all right.
silence,
drop the
like,
silence. Okay.
here.
Awesome. Good job, everybody.
Wow.
Put him back to the people view.
The camera shifts outward.
People view the program, not a
and noise comes back to the world
no,
for
people saw
half of the party.
program. Anyways,
Andrew, I want to retrieve my daggers, but what are your rules for retrieving used crossbow bolts?
you find half of what you used.
Okay.
I would like to try to loot the body that's wearing armor.
Okay.
Ditto that.
we want to loot all the bodies.
It doesn't really appear to have much. It's very much like female MMO armor. Like it's very scanty armor that
Okay.
doesn't actually cover much.
All right.
No fancy glowing helms or claw bracelets.
Nothing on her at the moment.
Can I peek over the cliff just to make sure we're safe?
I'll go over to the edge
Yeah.
of the cliff and look over as well.
Hands coming. Pull
So
him down.
with the glasses, you see that far down, you see several nests that are empty. You do not see anything else moving in the caldera, but you do see like there's lots of bones,
Anything to
and
tie
things like that.
a rope to up here? Too barren.
Not here.
See anything we can tie a rope to nearish the cliff edge? I mean, we want to get down here.
I mean,
Well, it's only 15 feet.
20 feet.
Yeah.
And just hang off the edge.
Yeah.
We'd have to,
So
we'll have to leave a couple people up here to hold the rope.
I would say that
Not jump.
while you're taking your time figuring this out and with the glasses just like skimming the rim
Drops
of the caldera, you see that there are other places that might have an easier trek into this rather than just ledges to jump down. So you can make your way
Head over there
around
then.
and into the caldera.
Well, could we still get down there to where the harpies were hanging out, like around those bones, and just kind of kick through the bones and see if the harpies, kept anything up there that might be
That's what we're going to do. But we gotta go
I mean, yeah, but more like this. This would be more like you going down into the center of the caldera and then having to climb up to this ledge. It's kind of the purpose of this particular location.
Okay.
Was that
Okay, I just misunderstood that. That's cool.
things into this area so that they would keep like falling down things, and that's how they would take.
Gotcha.
Right.
All right.
Let's go take a look around.
All right, to the center.
I want to look down at the bones that were down here. See if I see anything.
Make a perception check.
Perception?
Can I look too?
Sure.
What's up? 14?
You see bones.
No, oh, perception.
Well, I rolled a hell of a lot worse
15.
than 10, so
You see bones. With the 15, you see that they're all quite cleanly picked. There's not much meat on them.
As I enhance myself,
Do
by
they
the
look
way.
like human bones?
You cannot tell from a distance. You need to get up close and do medicine checks.
all right, I head over to where it looks like we can
I'm
climb
gonna switch
down.
to my great sword.
Yeah, I'd like to keep an eye out for danger while we try and go down. We don't know if all these things are dead.
No. Yes, you're fine. So everyone make an athletics check
Oh.
for the hike down.
Look at that.
20.
Oh heavens! 10.
23.
8.
Okay, so
I just
At some point,
oh, yeah,
um,
it's so easy. Can't climb
Not
like
wearing
a
heavy
child.
armor anymore. This is
Yeah, no, that
Nice.
is so
Okay.
much better. So light
So,
and fast.
at some point there's like a
Silence.
loose rock and Riven. You have 5. No, so I suppose you like to lead the charge, so you'd be up front.
Yeah.
Oh, so you just, I'm just gonna roll like. This happens because of your low, your low roll. This happens about midway down, but you end up losing your footing, and you only end up taking 5 bludgeoning damage as you skid down the rest of the way. You.
But I get there faster that way, right?
Sure do. You have more time to investigate on your own.
That's okay. I'm nursing my wounds as everybody else comes up.
Well, is anyone hurt badly enough to need healing?
I am
Clo-
significantly hurt.
Closely after you fall down, you see.
Another one of those falls.
So this is what happens. Riven slips and falls, but like somewhere in the middle is Morden, and you see him looking bad, and you like make an athletics check.
Another one?
Yeah.
10.
Yeah. He. You try and grab him, but he like slips
I
past.
couldn't grab him with my 23.
And that was just with
jumping
another one.
I had a 20 to start with. I didn't fall over.
So I was gonna say like you grabbed him and healed him, but you missed it.
Not so much.
So yeah, he tumbles down and lands near Oust.
When I get down there, I go
I'm okay.
on it.
Okay.
Such an old man.
1d8.
Nice.
Take another 12.
Oh, thank you very much.
That's a good roll.
Nice wisdom.
Feeling much better.
But
I
you know, stop falling over.
That
Um,
was 12, right?
Yeah.
okay, so you guys all make it down into the center, and like these, you get to the nests, and they're filthy. They're big. You see cracked eggshells and things like that. And,
If there are any uncracked eggshells, I would like to make them cracked eggshells.
okay, you don't find.
Would you
any.
like an omelet?
You could take one inside. Why would you break it?
They eat. Well,
We can
things.
prove the
Probably
existence
people
of flying sirens. We'll be rich.
Wait, the
The
eggs.
library will pay tons of money for
Do
this.
they hatch flying or swimming sirens?
We have to find this out.
Hard to tell from eggshells.
Not true.
Mystery.
All right, we make some investigation checks, see if we find anything else.
That is something that you may do.
Yeah, I'm
If
gonna
you
be
so
looking
choose.
for
Okay, so
shiny
we all do
things
this?
in
We're all-
the
Well,
I get
tell me
nests.
what you are each looking for.
I'm looking for
shiny things.
loot.
in the nest.
8. I don't find any. I assume.
This was investigation.
I'm looking for loot, yeah.
14.
I rolled a 16. Did you say you wanted to know what we were looking for?
Yeah.
Signs of harpy life.
Okay. None of you really find any loot here in this vicinity. No shiny things.
There aren't like
But-
clothes and things left over, or armor or anything from their
That would
victims.
probably not really be loot.
But with
Well, yeah, but they would
um,
have something on them, presumably.
Just be shrouded by their ground somewhere.
but with
Some of them might have had something
House
good on them.
looking out, he sees that there are actually like caves in here, suspecting that these are like other gaseous vents that would have occurred while this was an active volcano that lead somewhere.
Hmm. So we saw
I think we should check it out, guys.
more harpies showed up than Oust had seen, right? So they probably live in some of these things.
There
which
could
would
be more of them.
suggest that, yeah, but that the caves themselves aren't like inherently going to poison us. Maybe.
Oh, yeah. That seems reasonable.
Aladrin, can you go
okay.
check it out?
I think I did enough.
I'm kidding.
Okay.
Aladrin. I appreciate the first task.
That was a great 6 damage you did, Aldrin.
I mean, I'm a little spent. I could use it. I could use some rest.
We
Same
all
here,
could,
same here.
Aldrin. We should probably find somewhere to make camp. What time is it?
It's probably just a little afternoon.
Really?
Yeah. You
Okay.
actually it'd be later afternoon because of all the trekking.
We had to walk to the center of the island.
Yeah.
I mean, I personally could use a rest, and these caves seem like a decent harbor against attack from above.
Yeah.
But not attack from within.
That's
hard to
never,
do.
there's nowhere to protect from attack from within.
Yeah, now, well, outside on the island, there's really nowhere to hide either, so.
Might as well use the caves, you know? It's not going to be safe. We'll have to set watches and rotate, but.
Works for me.
So you go to a cave.
Well, hang on. Did anyone ever try to climb back up to the ledge
No.
with a harpy lure?
I don't.
I'm gonna head up that direction first. And then look
Okay.
around.
So make an athletics check.
13.
So you struggle for like 30 minutes,
Okay.
and you don't seem to be making headway as you would have liked, but you can continue to try.
Yeah.
But this is going to be you just out here while these guys are resting.
If that's where they're gonna go. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be resting.
Sure. So while he's doing this, you guys enter a cave, and it's dark down here, but with this low light, and actually you hear waves in the distance, and
What do I see anything special?
not you. Well, you do in that it goes down, and this tunnel doesn't actually look all that natural. It actually looks carved out a bit, and at the very end, you see a dead end, and there's a statue.
Hey, Oust. How does that statue look to you?
What statue? Can I see it? And then,
No.
I mean, I don't have dark vision.
No, that one. You don't? Okay. I would like to
Have a lantern.
slowly approach. I mean, yeah. So the lantern would give everyone as good a vision within like 20 feet as I have.
It's
If I cast Control Flame on it,
Eh.
it's going to be pretty awesome.
yeah, he just put flame on it, so it's very wide radius.
Yeah.
It's like 60 feet.
Yeah, so I pour in a flask and I light it with my precipitation and I cast Control Flame on it. Now we have 60 feet bright and 60 feet dim.
Okay.
So 120 feet.
Oh, that statue. Yeah, I'll go check it out.
See that down there?
Yeah.
What does
okay.
it look like? They really make out what?
As Oust gets closer, it looks like it looks humanoid, but where you would have expected to see like a human head. It starts to look like a fish head.
Reverse sirens.
Everything we see is going to be describing its relationship to sirens for the rest of the campaign.
And I'm assuming it doesn't seem like a familiar iconography to me.
Make religion check.
Only fish-related things. I mean, sirens have fish legs.
Nope.
Okay.
Human body.
Yeah, let's make a religion
reverse
check.
siren will have fish
Nope.
head and human legs.
We've already seen flying sirens, so reverse
Yeah.
sirens not outside their own
Yeah,
possibility.
no.
So
Makes sense. Logical next step.
I guess there's probably not like melted candles or anything around the base. So I would once I see Oust approach safely, I would also approach the statue.
Well, he hasn't. He's gotten closer.
Oh, okay, he hasn't really gone up to.
Yeah.
No.
As he got closer, he could make out the details of the statue.
Okay. So yeah, you and your good at finding trapsness is why I would like for you to go first, good sir.
Okay. Well, then I'll look for traps.
Make an investigation check.
So, the other side.
That gun. 8.
Okay. You don't really see any traps.
Looks like a statue.
Okay. I mean, Oust, if he doesn't see traps, he's going to keep walking.
Mhm.
And Yurik's gonna follow him. Just like,
Trust him.
I'm walking behind him with the lantern. Get some light.
So I would like the two of you to make dexterity saving throws.
I didn't blow it up this time.
19.
Well, to be fair,
What?
they tried to find something. Well, no,
But
they found something that
So-
and then you blew it up.
but so okay. Would that have been a perception, which he is good at, versus an investigation, which he is not?
No.
Just to see.
I'm pretty good at investigation, too. I got a +4.
Are you? Okay.
You got 19, right?
Right.
Yeah,
That's
so you're
a
fine.
natural one.
You dodge out of the way, and then you take.
It's a fireball.
It's bad. Hope not.
The healer's a long way away.
I'm out of
10
healing.
slashing damage as
Ooh.
two blades start swinging and they cut you through and
Your hand.
Oust
Stop your pointing.
dodges out of the way and makes it across,
Not anymore.
and then I would like you, Oust, to make a wisdom saving throw.
What's the point of following you?
Lost your
4.
Okay, so you get you dodge out of the way of these blades, and then you look over at the statue, and for some reason it seems super scary to you, and you rush backwards.
Okay.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
12.
Okay, so you take 5 slashing damage as the blades are still going, and you run back and
I'm like brushing myself off like I got the willies.
crap and see the statue.
Oh man.
It's
7.
Oh no! So you also become incredibly frightened by the statue. By the way, Oust, as soon as you pass by the blades again, you shake it off and you're like, "What the hell?" You take 10 slashing damage.
I don't get to do another dex save.
Oh, sorry. Yes,
Okay.
you just became feared and you need to
Yeah,
do.
I can't.
another
I'm
same
too afraid to think of
Yes.
Misty stepping to the other side of these guys.
Yeah.
Okay. 8 dexterity 12.
Yeah, so you take the 10 slashing damage.
Almost dead.
Okay, but as soon as you get,
Clutching myself right now.
cut him in half.
You guys are gonna go in there and make camp.
as,
Hey, still climbing?
yeah, you're so funny.
I'm just watching these guys like, what the heck?
As soon as you come back out,
I'm
you,
witnessing this thing.
you
Me too.
resist. You
These people think
come up. Yeah, so the blades are just still swinging, and that's
Right.
the state of it.
Gentlemen, I vote for a long rest. Upgrade this thing.
Alf is bleeding pretty heavily. He was like, I agree.
Sorry, guys, I'm all out of my land hands here. Can't do it. I just used those.
I finally got my wisdom saving throw fails. Yes.
I don't know. Do you guys think I should give it a try?
Oh man.
I think I can handle this, guys.
Okay.
I'm gonna go.
Sure.
I'm sure you're not there.
Laying out.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
that,
I
laying
going
out
to tell me I
sleeping
finished
bag
looking
while
around the
he's
leg
doing this.
and
for
come
it. Go
back
call our
down.
healer friend.
Okay.
No, I'm going to bed.
So
I'll walk towards the statue.
so
Before you go,
make a dex-
stop the
dexterity
blade.
Yeah,
Yeah,
can I like
I get a
shove a
bonus
rock
for
into where
something.
the trap's swinging?
Okay.
For my shield master. For Dex.
Try to get it to
throws.
stop.
He's just gonna
Forgot
die
what it is.
Shield
Double
up.
check what it is.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it
Line-
may or may
linebacker
not be
style.
important at this moment.
Yeah. If you aren't incapacitated, you can add your shield's AC bonus to any dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
Make against a spell or other harmful effect that targets only you.
Yep.
Correct.
Yeah. Or if you're subjected to an effect that allows you to make a dexterity saving throw that only take half damage, you can use your reaction to take no damage. If you succeed in
Yeah,
the
so
saving
you
throw.
get the rogue's evasion ability
Oh,
plus a +2 to your dexterity saving.
That's amazing. I want that.
Which I figured would have been good since I have normally -1 for
Oh.
dexterity.
Well, he usually
Now I
goes
get
heavy armor.
+2, so now I get +1. 19.
Wow.
Really good.
You nimbly
And I'm just like, yes. What you
get
guys
past the
Can't
blades.
do this.
You're timing it, and you dash just right at the right time. And now I'd like to make you make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh my gosh.
6.
Aren't you just
You
so
have
proud
a
of yourself?
statue and immediately think that it's the worst nightmare, and you head backwards to make a
Is
dexterity
he within
saving throw.
120 feet of me?
I'm normally very good
No.
at wisdom.
What are you? What would you
I want
like
to
to
message
do?
him. Say,
Oh no!
you
yeah,
should
no, no.
see this.
He's like on the other side of the cavern.
This is the damnedest thing.
14.
Yeah, so you take half damage. No, I rolled that he took no damage. So you take no damage.
I still dodge as I
Yeah.
scarily run away
And
from
then you,
him.
then
Probably had
you,
to use your shield on that one.
Yeah, dang, yeah.
then you get out of the blades and but
Good
you
trap.
shake it off and
Just like,
why?
Well, guys,
That was a weird.
that was interesting. Good experience. Should I give it another go?
I'm finally so happy.
All right, guys, I got.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna try it again. I can do this.
I believe in you.
I'm gonna go for it.
Go for it.
Anybody?
I want to reach out. I want to reach out and grab him before he goes
Make a,
by the shoulder.
make a dexterity check.
Dexterity for matters.
8.
No, I'll make a dexterity check.
12.
Yeah, so you kind of just duck past whatever else is trying to do, and
Awesome.
you make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, good. You saved me a girl. I probably would have hit if I hit that roll. Oh, 10.
You
No, 7.
get past, and you take 6 slashing damage.
I healed myself. That's nothing.
Playing in the trap.
And now,
I want to get to the statue.
and now that you look up at the statue, you don't seem to be frightened.
Oh, okay. What do you guys think? It's just a statue. I walk up, look at it.
Sure.
What do I say?
Can we disable this trap?
You look at the
I'm taking a nap.
you look at the statue
Started.
and you don't really know why you were so scared. But it's just you see it's a humanoid person with a fish head, sharp pointy teeth. It's got a little trident in its hand, and make a religion check.
Four. All right, no most.
Yeah, you weren't very studied in these deep
I don't know. There's water things.
deep
It's the reverse siren. It
religious
looks like.
knowledge.
Yeah.
I just admire this reverse siren. It's like, ooh, I didn't know more of these things exist. So many different variety.
Anything else you guys would like to do?
Do you see anything over there?
A reverse siren.
Yeah, it's a very interesting reverse siren statue.
Is that all?
Reverse flying siren or reverse swimming siren?
I think reverse swimming siren.
We're getting so good at this, guys.
It has the head of a fish. And the feet of a person. It's very strange. I don't know why we suddenly got frightened of it. It's not very scary looking.
That sounds like a great thing to examine in the morning.
During all of this back and forth, have I caught up to them yet?
No,
They're still
because
coming.
You're still going
this
up.
was happening while you were trying to climb, and it hasn't been 30 minutes yet.
Just seems like they're spending a lot of time playing with the blades. I just wanted to ask.
Nope.
I look
This
around.
literally happened in the course of maybe 10 minutes.
Playing.
Can I investigate like the blade trap to see if I see any way to like
Yeah, make an
disable it?
investigation check.
16.
So you look around and you see a lever, just like so at the statue. By the way, there are the hallways out, so it wasn't just a dead end. It was, there are hallways on either
There's other
side,
hallways.
but
yes.
on just like around the corner, you see a lever, and you hit the lever, and the blades stop, and they swing back up.
I stopped the trap, guys.
I kind of went the trap while I was trying to
I
take
walk
a
in with
nap.
my lantern to get a more light on the statue.
Okay, so Yurik at this point is going to say, guys, I am seriously about to die. Before you decide to trigger some other trap or call the hordes from the sea, can we either like heal me and oust or something? Because this is very dangerous.
Saying we should set up camp.
You guys
that
can rest.
sounds
I'll
good.
take- I can take first
sounds
watch.
Great to me.
All right.
Yeah, I think we should set up camp. Not too far in, because we don't know what's down there.
Kind of at the cave mouth, I would say.
Yeah.
I'd like to sleep in the middle of the camp with oust.
Yeah.
Okay, so your 30 minutes comes to a close, and then you decide to continue making your way up. Eventually you make it up. It just takes you a while. And make an investigation check.
That is 18.
Okay. Yeah, it's a bunch of bones.
That's nothing up there.
Yeah, like they seem like they tear up their victims here, and they probably, like, after ripping them apart, just like take their stuff and put it somewhere.
I head back
I mean,
down to the
you
cave.
could find like a handful of like 5 gold pieces.
That's fine. Whatever. I was looking for something. All right. Oh, I have 0 gold, so fine. I'll pick up the 5 gold pieces.
I don't want 5 free
I
gold.
figured since you rolled high, you should get something, but I didn't put anything there, so I might as well give you like some gold pieces for a good roll.
That's 100% more gold than I had before.
All right, so I guess we'll probably call it there as you
I get
actually
back down to
make
the camp.
one. Make
More athletics. If I fall off the cliff. Nah, I'm
Oh,
good.
okay,
24.
that is good. It was more difficult than the other route, but you were successful.
All right.
So you come back and
Guys, find anything
You
interesting
find-
down in the
you
cave?
Find
see
2 of them are just half
some
dead.
bloodied ass
God,
guys.
what did you guys fight in there?
You should have seen it.
It was amazing.
They got,
Alright, so you
they
guys
got
only watched
sliced.
it all.
They were scared and they got sliced. And the next guy got sliced, got feared, got sliced.
One of
So
the
you guys-
guys, he just went
That
back
was a
again.
trap.
I just shouldn't let you guys play with knives, is what I'm hearing.
There was a trap. in
Sharp
there, yeah,
objects.
I disabled that trap. We're good now.
Well,
Took me
they're
a second
talking.
try, but I made it.
Nah, I won't do anything.
Jared trips and falls as he stands up and
You're just
Nice enough.
blotting up the blood quietly.
So I guess from here we can call it a night, and you can get your full rest out of the way, so that we don't have to do that at the beginning next time.
And I'm going to put my heavy armor back on.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that too.
This is about right closing time, right?
It's 8:30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody usually go to 9:30.
Yeah, I think we usually.
I mean, oh sure. I mean, I have a little.
It's up
I
to.
got another half hour in me, I think.
That's fine.
So whatever you guys think you want to do, I'm up for whatever.
So this is a full rest.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Give me all the spell slots you have.
Oh, no, what do
But I think
I need 2 more 1s and 3 2s.
I think I may at some point introduce like sleeping in a not place that you're not that was not designed to be slept in.
It's gonna be
You
runs.
is less restful
Another 2.
than other places.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
To make it a little bit more dangerous.
Yeah.
But
You mean like something like you get fewer hit points back, or you don't recover your hit dice, or something like that?
yeah, so I may mess around with it here and there.
Do you have a stash of ones? by
Yeah,
any chance?
Oh yeah, it probably has all of
I
those.
think
Oh, no, I do have all of your stuff.
Yes.
These are all of the ones that I have. You get all of your.
How many?
I got all that land.
Yeah, I actually have more.
Okay.
How many do you need?
Take what you need from that. You get this back.
You still need a few
I need,
ones.
I need 2 more ones
I
and 2
have
more twos.
twos for you here.
So I still need 14 more of those. But
As we're going down for the night, I have a little bit of role playing I like to do.
No,
I don't.
I quit.
considering this is labeled a role-playing game, I suppose I am by rule have to allow you to role play.
You are obligated. I want to, well, you know, Yurik
I'll give
and I having kind of called it quits
more ones.
as early as possible.
Obviously
I'm not.
I don't know.
Huh?
Sorry, they're doing some physical mechanics requisitions.
I was just talking to Yurik.
Carry on.
Oh,
we
I'm
can hear.
sorry. Yes,
Yeah.
continue.
Since we called it quits earlier, I was curious about. I would say to you, so that that spear you have, it's different from your other weapon.
Yes, I think it is a. I suppose you could say all of my weapons are gifts, but this one seems a little bit more. Yeah, more. I don't know if it's more in tune with my patron or there's more. Usually, when I create my weapons, there's most of it comes from my patron, but I am somewhat like a channel, right? And I take my patron's energy and I kind of form it into this weapon. But with this spear, it is more like it is coming to me fully formed, and I do not seem to have as much control in its shaping as I normally do.
Who then is your patron?
Advantage. A specific ability check.
I know a
Ability check
name,
includes saving
and that
throws
is-
based on that ability.
and I know that he
Specifically
came
not.
to me in a time of great need.
we ever tell how much XP we got
and
last time from the sirens?
That the
Did we
advice
ever say how much
and
XP
instruction
we
I
got
have
from the
been
sirens last
given
time?
by him so far has been
Experience once.
Oh no, you're
good. Might be
got off
too
the
strong of
island
a
or something.
word, but beneficial.
I may change to
But I do not know too
more
much of his background or his story.
Hmm.
'cause
I can identify with receiving advice that's helpful.
Yeah, it seems like the
In a way, I suppose in my childhood, I had a
experience
patron of my own, not a patron like yours, but
lower CR.
But
I had someone who supported me in my times of need.
was it Vorn, perhaps?
No, it was long before I met Born.
Wow. Okay. So how did he help you?
When I was a child, my father was a gambler, and he lost a lot of the family's money and put us in a horrible situation. We went from wealth to pretty severe poverty in a matter of hours, and there was a lot of bullying on the streets against me and those of families of ill repute, and there was a kind dragonborn who kind of took me under his wing. Not Vorn. I suppose that's probably why I took so strongly to Vorn when I first met him, but he's offered me advice and given me gifts that have lasted and gotten me to where I am.
Is your friend this Dragonborn with the Resistance now?
No. He moved away before I really came of age.
Oh, well, I'm I'm sorry about that. Maybe we'll run into him again.
Oh, I hope so. But no, he I suppose similar to your patron, in a way, he's always with me. Well,
He's not very smart. What?
I didn't hear what you said.
Oh, I was just gonna say Yurik is not very smart, so he's like trying to figure out exactly how that works. It's like furrowing his brow. So does he give you daggers?
No, he gave me advice. He told me how to live in the streets and how to get by, what to trust to, and he taught me the ideals that have aligned me with the resistance.
What was his name?
His name was Nazark.
Ah,
You knew that already from my backstory that I told you about that.
well, Nazark sounds like a.
No, you don't. I just made it up. It's just for flavor.
Okay.
Well, my patron's name is Eol.
Eol.
Yes.
Hmm.
His advice is very.
Make an Arcana check.
Me?
Yeah.
8.
Yep, you've not read that.
Yeah.
His advice is it's sparse, but it usually, I mean, I suppose his help comes when I need it, perhaps more than his advice does. But
It seems like Eol and Nazark may have gotten along had they known each other.
I hope so. Nazark sounds like a good man. I hope Eol is as well.
Oh, well, I hope you sleep well.
Thanks. You too.
Oh, you guys were going to sleep. I was keeping watch this whole time.
I cast darkness over you.
Well, this watch isn't going to go that well.
Hang on. How long does darkness last?
10 minutes.
10 minutes later, it's like, whoa.
Still trying to figure out a way for us to like camp outdoors with some kind of warding or
I know.
safety.
It was like,
I don't think there's anything at this level any of us can do though.
It's like trip over your
Learn Mordenkainen's magnificent man.
crush him.
Like I said, not at this level. Although if we had a bard, I think, or like a wizard, there's a much lower level version of that spell. I just got to the
Yeah,
critical level where
it's like a
Scanlan
bubble
gets-
of protection.
Yeah,
it's like a
I remember
hut or
reading it.
something.
Yes, the little hut. Yeah. I just got to the critical role level where Scanlan learns the mansion.
Yeah, that was
Like,
a good
that's
one.
awesome. How do I get one of those? I don't. Never get one of those.
that's how.
Okay, so I need to like figure out watches. Nothing comes through while you're sleeping. But you all wake up and the the day is yours.
I'm gonna take someone for a bathroom break.
Okay.
I'm sleeping.
Guys, there's tunnels by the statue, 2 of them.
Oh. I feel like maybe Riven and Morden should go check them out.
I guess I get my hooded lantern back out. It's still dark in the cave, I assume.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, light it again. Head on in.
Me too.
Okay, make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh yeah, you get scared by the statue.
That's right.
Nope. That is a 10.
You look at, you're just looking at the statue as you approach, and then immediately it becomes very frightening, and you turn tail and bolt.
I would like to be behind him and like there to kind of catch him and
Keep me in the.
yes.
Okay, make an athletics check. Make an athletics or acrobatics check.
That's terrible.
Oh no! Athletics
7.
8.
So you grab him, and you're just like, ah, ah,
Oh, it's
ah.
okay. It's okay. It's okay. Don't worry.
Wait, strength? Oh, you got.
He's got a big
I
old
lost
proficiency.
6 in my athletics. Athletics. Yeah.
So
I
he's
thought-
holding you against your will, and you're looking at, keep looking over, and you're just like,
Alright,
ah,
I let him go.
and you get past its aura, and you are no longer frightened. But your friend here has just held you in a fear aura for like 12
I
seconds.
was
Sure, what the
trying
hell?
to comfort you. I knew it was scary. I'm sorry. I'm
Comfort
sorry.
you so hard.
Oh, you
walking forward.
missed it.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
You really did miss it. Riven went over past the statue, failed his wisdom save, and then Yurik grapples him inside of the fear aura. So he's just like, ah, ah, ah.
By roll of a 2, be your roll of
2,
what?
2 versus an 8.
Eight.
Yeah, beat me.
This is the statue that you all have been
Damn, you're
horrified
gloves.
of
Yeah,
repeatedly.
that's
I'm gonna take a look at this
You
thing.
got
This seems
scared.
overblown. You all keep talking about this.
It's
Make
scary,
your
man.
Wisdom saving throw.
Plus 7, 12.
No.
I got that. Damn.
Same thing happens. You approach this statue, and you are immediately frightened and bolt back 10 feet, and then it becomes, and then you get your senses back.
God, that thing is horrifying. I see what you guys mean.
There's
Whoa.
got to be a way to bring this with us. So useful.
I want to mount it on front of my shield.
Oh man. Okay, so if we have
So I assume I can go back over there, though.
You guys
I don't know.
I didn't find anything.
all right, I'm gonna
You guys
go-
try to investigate.
I'm gonna go back over
I'm
again
the
and try
source.
this again.
Yeah, nothing. You don't have to make a roll. Just-
Okay, I'm just gonna go take a look at it then.
I see this and I walk very slowly, keeping an eye on Derek. Past the area.
So are you investigating the statue?
Yeah.
Make a religion check.
Yeah, I also want to do this too.
That is a 12.
That's a 16.
It's pretty, I guess, with a 16. You don't get a name, but you recognize that it is trying to depict some sort of deity. It's
That's why you're making
It's-
religion checks.
well, it was a hard DC.
Yeah.
And
Harpy siren god.
The,
Reverse
Not
not.
the siren.
yeah,
Great
you just
reverse siren.
a name doesn't come to mind, but you do recognize it as some sort of like you've come across it while you've been just wandering, just random pieces of archaic nonsense, and this just seems to fit the bill.
Archaic nonsense.
Yeah. So basically, with every one of you making religion checks, you don't know that this is a religious symbol.
Yeah, no, I knew
But-
that. I was doing.
Wonder if this is what the flying sirens worshipped. It seems like, why would they have this?
siren god?
It seems
Statue.
way too scary.
They're also-
to
it
be
is
an
very
object
scary.
of worship.
Very scary.
Maybe this is what granted flight to
What?
the sirens,
so
just to get away from it.
if you're
They're scared. They grew
I'd like
wings
to do a check.
and flew away.
Eric knows he's not very smart, so unless he has a reason to think he's going to figure something out.
What is your
You
intelligence?
said
It's -8.
because
Hey,
you're
okay, no, there's lower
seafaring
your
back.
address.
Yeah.
No, that's not going to give you any sort of bonus. to
Alright,
this.
I'm not going to roll.
We figured it out, guys. The statue made the sirens so scared they sprouted wings and flew away, and that's how they got wings.
So in my mental
That
image
makes
of this
sense to me.
place, there's a statue, and behind it is water, but then off to the sides is the
You
tunnel.
don't see any
We
water.
can
We
just
still
hear
hear
the-
heard
Yeah,
though.
behind it was the
Okay.
lever for the traps.
Okay.
Um,
And
we could
then
turn the
end of
traps
the
on
tunnel that goes off the sides.
Yeah. So I guess with parts of your investigation, does anybody speak Abyssal?
Oh, I don't think so.
I didn't think so either.
No.
I was gonna say all of us speak Elvish, don't we?
Does the statue speak thieves' cant?
Yeah, it says your mother was a hamster and your father smells of elderberry.
Oh.
And you know that to mean that I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know. So also statues don't speak.
Yurik would like to see if he could hear more the water more strongly from one of the two tunnels.
They seem pretty equal.
Those 2 tunnels we see.
Yeah, on each side of the statue.
Oh, should we head down one and see what we
Should
see?
definitely split the party and go.
That seems like a best. Yeah,
I think we
solid
should just
plan.
always turn left.
Always turn left.
That's a dumb campaign
Oh.
because we were in this big tunnel and I knew that the way to not get lost in a maze was to always turn in one direction. And we ended up picking the wrong direction, so we were in the wrong place for a long time.
And it cracks me up too, because like you. Yeah. Anyway,
I said it. I
Yeah,
said
you
it
said
at one
it.
point.
Yeah, he's like, okay, wait, we're running into all these monsters, which we wouldn't want. You know, they wouldn't want to run into monsters. We should go the other way. Let's just keep going.
Sounds like we should go right.
Yeah.
Keep going right. What if we
Make
just
a
switch every
saving-
time? We
Your
go right,
death saving
then
throw
left,
as a
right, then left.
stalactite falls out. Okay. Not going to put all these sort of inside jokes between campaigns in here for everyone who's not part of that campaign.
How do we pick which way then, left or right?
I say right. Let's
Flip a
just
coin.
pick a
Is
direction
the
and go.
statue symmetrical?
Flip a gold coin.
No,
Copper.
the one hand is holding a trident.
Trident's not like pointing or anything.
Nope, it's just like in the ground,
Which side is the trident on?
right?
Go right, guys.
Let's go this way.
Does it say American Gothic?
Right hand, left side.
Do I see anything in the
It's
tunnel?
left, guys.
Just keep my eyes open.
It's
for
left
a
all
moment.
along.
Nope.
I just
Yeah,
like to
traps
make
or
sure. So the trident, it's not like one that can actually be removed.
No, it is a stone.
Part of
It
the
is
stone statue.
carved into the actual statue.
All right, we go down the right path.
Bye, Jack.
That's right. We go down the correct path.
Okay. Upside down.
Okay. So
I have my lantern still lit.
Yeah.
Plenty of light.
Oh, I cast light on
Siren.
my shield.
sure,
Spurt
it does
six.
not help because his radius is bigger than
It's fine. You know, we're underground.
I'll still
They-
walk near the front since I don't get that.
Sure.
Bit weaker, 60 feet out.
Yeah. So you walk
Are you
past.
watching for traps?
Uh,
think we should-
Passively. I mean, yeah. Because otherwise you have to like slow down and stuff.
Yeah, I said I was looking for traps too.
Um,
Waiting for a perception roll.
So no, there's like nothing happens.
Okay.
Just a cave.
It's just caves past here, but it is worked
natural.
stone. It's not. It's not natural.
Same
stone.
as the cave farther up.
Yeah.
I assume the sound of water is getting louder as we
Yeah.
go further.
Mm-hmm. And so as you round the corner, you see that there's it opens up into a room, and there's a pool of water. It looks like there's steps that lead down into the water.
I switched to my pike,
Okay. But not the javelin.
not the javelin.
And so I'm kind of like building this in my head as I go, so bear with me. I know the things that are in here, but I'm trying my best to figure out how to describe this. So first thing you see is this pool of water. It's lapping up, and this is the sound that you were hearing.
Are we seeing out to the ocean, or is this
You're not
like...
seeing this. He has 120-foot dark
Yeah.
vision.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was gonna. Is it like a pool that's enclosed, or is it more like a?
It looks like it's a regular like. It does not look like it. It looks like it hits the wall,
Okay.
and
okay.
that's it. It
Big
doesn't
dead
look
end
like
of
it's a
water.
pool
Okay.
of stagnant water.
So I
You
can't tell if it
smell
stops
the
at the wall
sea.
or goes under.
Yes, you smell the sea. So it may or may not be seawater, or it may be stagnant water that's salty.
Okay.
And you see, with your dark vision, you don't see color. So you see lines.
So for mine, it just says you see normally in darkness, both magical and non-magical. So I think
Oh.
I'd see dark or color.
Oh, okay. That's because it's enhanced dark vision?
Yeah, devil's sight.
Okay, that's fine then. So you see red lines on the ground leading up to right before the steps that lead into the pool.
Okay.
And you see ovuloid objects sitting on the ground.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm describing all of this. I do have. Are the lines touching the oval?
You can't really see from here.
Okay.
You'd have to get closer.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're a really, really long room. Is it?
No. It's
pretty-
big, but like it's probably like 100, 200, probably 150 feet diameter. Or not diameter. Yes, diameter.
Did you say how many of these objects are?
I didn't say how many, but there's probably like 6.
Okay.
Are they arranged in any kind of?
You can't tell from here.
All right. Well, I'm just going to share that information. Well, as far as I'm concerned, we're all just going to approach
There's red lines on the
keep going.
ground.
together.
Looking
Yeah.
looking for traps on the way.
I'd like to not go over any of the red lines without looking at the surroundings more closely.
Mm-hmm.
But
Is it,
You
is it blood?
you can't tell from here.
Let's go closer.
Okay.
all right.
So make an investigation check, I guess, for traps.
12.
Everybody?
No, just a couple of people that are in front, which I assume at this point would be you're in the middle providing
Yeah.
light, and then I would say sure.
3.
Okay.
If there wasn't a trap, there's one now.
I'm not that kind of but so you pass through, you get closer to the circle. You see there's because you have your dark vision, you see there's actually like a small chest out in the corner somewhere across the way.
Don't tell Morden about it.
Okay. So you get closer. You can't really tell what the ovuloid objects are, but they're big and they're ovuloid.
When you say big,
How big?
Like
Over your sides looking.
Since we're up to them now, so we got natural light.
mhm.
What color are they?
They would be a pastel, peach type
A
color.
light color.
But I suppose some of them have like a bluish tinge to them.
oh, fish, bird. Yurik says instead of blue one and a pink one. And I'll also tell them about the chest, I suppose, that there's one, but
I think I'll let someone else go
Yes.
investigate the chest this time.
I think I'll let Oust go all the way to the chest before I follow him this time.
But I've
I'll
still
go.
got
I'll
some
look for traps
hammer
on the way.
action to get out of my system, so I'm gonna take a swing at one of these.
Oh, right.
Which one?
Already? Well, maybe we should open the chest and see if that explodes, and then we can hit one of the things and see if that explodes.
I
But
don't know. Morden thinks they're eggs, and we should get rid of siren eggs.
okay, Yurik is going to still say maybe we should talk about this while he's backing up, just in case.
So you're not gonna try to stop me. You're just gonna say something.
I'm not going to physically try to stop you. No, that would mean being close.
Seeing Yurik back up brings up visions of other things happening before, and I start backing up too.
You want to make like a persuasion roll or something? Be like,
It's up to you how you want to play your character.
I make a persuasion roll because
Okay.
so what you get. What would it be like? Contested against?
I don't care. This is your character to another player. So
15.
I'm gonna say it's contested against my intelligence because that seems like a.
you can set your own DC for
Well,
this.
You said 15. I rolled a 10 intelligence. We'll say you convince me.
Okay. All right.
I really want to hit it though.
I think
I
we'll
think we
probably
should.
end up with that, but let's just take it slow.
I try to pick it up, see how heavy it is.
So you approach. So let me set the stage a little bit more here. The eggs are
there
inside of these
The red lines.
the red lines.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Okay.
as you
Approach
see
red lines.
this, the red lines appear to mimic what would be some sort of magical circle. It's they have symbols drawn in them, and
Very ritualistic.
it looks very
I'll
ritual.
make like an Arcana check or something since I'm over there looking at it.
Sure.
12.
You sense that there is magic around here.
Okay.
So is it kind of like, so if these are the eggs, right, and like this is like where the pool starts or something, is that about correct?
Yeah. So like, yeah, you can kind of see this, but they're actually more like uniformly spaced out
Okay.
here
So they're
in a circle.
They're each in their own little red magic circle thing.
No,
Or they
this
all
is
surrounded by
all
a form of circle?
this is all interconnected. Think like Full Metal Alchemist, those kind of
Okay.
transmutation circles.
Sure, yeah.
And so are these on the they're inside the
They're
circle.
inside
Inside
of
the
the
circle.
circle.
I
And the
am
circle
sensing
goes like
magic in the
that.
circles, guys, so maybe that was a good call.
Okay.
Some sort of magical ritual.
So how's the chest coming along?
I don't know the radius of the circle. How far apart are the farthest eggs from each other?
That would be about 30 feet. So like it's about a 30-foot diameter with like a 40-foot
walks over
diameter
the chest.
circle. in
I'm
total.
trying to convince House to go.
I go try to open the chest.
I'm happy to go, but I can't see very
Oh,
far.
you're trying to
Loom
like
is a man
shatter.
of action.
Where is it?
You point it. I'll go to it.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure
Well, that's
where in
only-
the
that's only
room
20
the
feet.
It's on the other. It's on the like you're over here and it's like over
Yeah.
here in the corner.
I go
I'm
around.
not opposed to going either. I just can't see that far.
We got a 120-foot light.
Probably at like 3 of them.
You want to
shattered
give
up.
it?
I can walk over there with you.
Okay. All right. Let's go.
Press down to open the chest. Can I open it? What happens?
You find that there's a rolled up piece of paper in there. There's brownish looking liquid potion in there,
You're gonna just drink that?
and there's a bag.
A bag?
Mm-hmm.
I try to see what's in the bag.
It's empty.
Wow. That was anticlimactic.
The
I
bag is
don't think
empty.
it's anticlimactic.
I found a bag,
I want to make a
potion,
I want to investigate the bag.
and I forgot what the
I wanna
potion was here.
Make an
Specifically,
investigation check.
try to see if the bag is magical.
Then that's an Arcana check.
Oh yeah, it's paper.
8.
Not quite feeling any magic here.
Noted.
Does anyone like this interesting looking piece of paper?
I'll say
Do that here. Yeah.
Yeah,
we'll just check it.
Here you go.
I open the paper and what is it? What do I see?
You see symbols in it.
Does it remind me of
I look at this potion.
anything I've seen
Nope.
recently?
What languages do you know?
I know Common, I know Elvish, and I know Draconic.
Elvish? Is that the actual? Okay. So I know Sylvan. I'll give it a
That's
shot.
like the face,
Give what a shot.
which you probably already knew.
Understanding the
Can I check?
It's an Arcana check.
I'm looking at it. Arcana, be a 10.
We're nailing this, guys.
Sense just some magic in it.
Everything's matched.
You may need to spend
No,
some
it's
time
just
with it
ordinary
to
bag.
understand what
Bag, yeah.
its usage would be.
Okay. So it's like
I'm sensing magic here. You guys mind if I hold on to this and spend some time, maybe see what we can
you're the magic guy.
I kind of like this bag. I don't think it's magical, but it's,
roll it up
a
and
nice
put it in
bag.
I'll just hold on to this
Backpack.
strange looking potion.
Put something really big in that bag.
my little.
Well, it shouldn't.
Hey, I guess.
hey,
Do you know anything about potions?
herbalist.
Or ribbon?
What's up with this? brown stuff?
Yeah, let me
It's brown,
look
strange
at
brown
that
stuff.
and pretending like I know what I'm looking
Make an
at here.
investigation check.
9 investigation would be a 9.
Looks like
Yeah, it looks like
wine.
a brown liquid.
Oh, okay,
How
I'll
does
take
it
that back.
taste?
We are so fucking incompetent.
Well, I'll just hold on to this brown liquid.
No one has. Oust, come identify shit for us.
What do you have?
Got a bag and a paper and a potion.
I know exactly what those things are.
Brown liquid.
I don't know what a bag is. I'm just kidding.
Dirty water, guys.
You are the only one who's competent in investigation. You probably should help out here.
Okay. All right. I'll take a look at them. You want me to roll for it, Andrew? Or do you want to just say no?
Make an Arcana check.
Okay.
Well,
Arcana is 10.
magical straw.
It feels like magic.
All right.
What about this potion?
I was assuming that was for all of them or whatever.
Let's just stick this in a pack somewhere and get on with it. We'll figure out what this stuff is
yeah.
later.
I'll just put this in my pack.
All right. So
Yeah, I think we have bigger fish. to fry.
Who's writing this stuff down though? Who's writing down what?
I have one mysterious paper.
I have
in my
brown
repertoire.
liquid.
I'll write
And
down
you
the
have a bag.
I have
I bag.
probably
sack.
probably non-magical bag.
what? Probably not.
I didn't sense any magic, guys.
I'll just start putting
All
stuff in the bag.
So I kind of wish we had any idea what was going on with these sirens and flying sirens and.
I mean, it seems reasonable that these are siren eggs. We don't know, but
That
Also,
reasonable.
sorry, in the chest, you do find a book, and all of you can read it because it is Elvish.
Yeah.
Uh,
Everybody can speak English.
is it the book that Aladrin's
Well,
looking for?
I guess.
Inception?
I guess you would be the only one that can read it. It would be in Sylvan.
Sylvan. Oh.
Um,
I'm back to my book reading job, guys.
Wonderful.
Give me another day,
I know.
and I'll get some good
You found
information
nothing about
out of this.
Flying
Yeah.
sirens or reverse sirens.
Okay. Yeah, I'll start reading through the book and if I can get a sense for like if there's a title page, what the title is.
I didn't. It's not. It isn't a book as much as it appears to be a journal of sorts.
Okay.
You don't get a sense of who the owner of this note is. In fact, it looks like it's almost intentionally not mentioned,
Oh, okay.
like who owned this. But it's instructional, and
Uh-oh.
You see that.
How to read.
The elves have been purposefully.
that there appears to be some instructions to a ritual of the transmutation type, and
How to create flying sirens.
the
I'm thinking how to create swimming harpies is what this thing is.
Harpies aren't a thing.
Well, those doesn't exist. Just making up words.
And this is in Sylvan.
Yeah.
So Yurik is thinking that the elves have intentionally. This is a lot of conjecture, but this is a
But we're-
transmutation thing.
We're racist, so we jump.
we
to
would
conclusions.
jump to that, right?
Yeah.
So the elves are teaching the harpies or somebody how to turn flying sirens into regular sirens to increase, the importance of the elves in Riverdrift.
I mean, that was my suspicion all the way back in Riverdrift when we were, the elves were at least taking advantage of the situation. That random creepy dude in the taverns. There's some shit going on here. That wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
I'm willing to jump to conclusions and blame the elves. Fuck elves. Sorry,
Alger's just like,
no offense.
Is there intention to teach these creatures how to do this?
I'm not
Or do you
sure.
think that there are elves
looking
that
at
are intentionally doing this?
I haven't gotten through
Yeah.
much.
Or did the creatures just randomly find this and start
It
applying
seems
it?
like they're purposefully not. There's no one saying who they are, right? And they're definitely like I would be flipping through the book and seeing if I could find any pictures that look like the circle.
oh yeah, you definitely see a picture of
Of
that circle.
Yeah. Okay. And so
Well-
I mean, obviously these things are very related. So it's in. I mean, as you guys know, it's in Sylvan. So even if it's not the elves, it's an ally of the elves.
Well,
Since
So what
Do
you're
you
saying
see
is we
anything-
should destroy this thing.
Well, hang on. You have a picture of the circle on that page or anything? Is there some deactivation instruction?
how to do the opposite of this spell? I'll look.
Turn off button spell switch.
Yeah, I mean, I'll start reading through that page.
Or do we just smash the eggs?
Well,
That's what I was saying.
you've gotten all that you will get out of this time of investigation.
Okay.
Well, all back on smashing time.
I mean, it worked so well. We let him sit down with a book for several hours last time. And we just,
I mean, we could all get far away, and I could try casting something at it just
So,
to be
I
away
feel
from
like we
everything.
we could actually probably.
I could try
handle
casting
that as
something
a
through
team.
that area to see if I can get a spell through there.
Yeah, that'd be a good start. Start with a cantrip, and then if you got something that would cover a
I'll put the
40-foot
book in my
radius.
Oh. I can put them to sleep, but I don't think that would help.
Like they're already asleep. in
I
the
can
eggs.
cover like probably half, 2 or 3 of them. I've got a spell that hit a 20-foot diameter.
Yeah, I'm very curious what happens if we move to the inside of that circle.
You do that. Let us know.
What if we destroy the circle?
What's this thing be made out of? This is like paint.
Well,
Carved into the ground.
no, it does appear to be a substance was painted onto the stone floor here.
Try throwing something in the circle. See what happens.
I take a ball bearing and I throw it into the circle.
Okay,
Wow.
so it
It's just an alarm.
before it passes the where one of the lines is, the first of the lines that it would intend to pass, it hits something and it just falls to the ground.
It just looks like it hits in midair. And
It's invisible wall, guys.
it's maybe more
Walk over,
difficult
take
than
a
we were
pick up.
thinking.
Let's try smashing
I
with
can
hammer.
get detect
So
magic. I don't have
so what
spell.
can we get through there? I mean, that was a non-magical thing. Next, we try getting magic through it.
All right, somebody drink the potion.
Nah. Pour the potion on the egg.
You can't get to the egg.
Pour the
Wow.
potion on the. Throw it on. No, I'm kidding. Don't do that. Don't drink it either.
I back up and move everybody back a bit. And I cast a firebolt.
I move back more than a bit.
So
Firebolt
you
just through the air, like through the circles.
Not
air.
into it.
Not into an egg.
Over
Yeah,
it.
just over it.
does the same thing as the
Just
ball bearing.
dissipates.
It hits something and dissipates.
Nice.
Not like it was
I'd like
dispelled,
that.
but that it actually physically hits something and its effect stops.
Yeah, I'd like to kind of cautiously approach the circle and then attempt to reach out and touch this barrier that has stopped everything.
So you reach out with your hand, and before it passes a line, you touch. You don't feel anything, but you can't push past it. There is something physically there, but you don't feel anything.
Mm-hmm. And is it within the lines or is it outside of the line?
It is upon being close to it like this, you see that the barrier appears to be on the line.
Okay, I'd like to try and scuff a line if I can with my shoe.
You try to do that, but the wall of force is
Okay.
this force wall
Wall of a force. that you
it
can't push
extends to an entirety
Okay.
of protection on the circle itself.
through. Griffin, do you have any kind of magic dispelling, reducing, nullifying?
That's
Because I ain't got
not
shit.
in my repertoire.
Yeah, me either.
If we could burn it, I could do something.
Well, let's try some other elements. I don't have a bucket or anything, but
You have a bag.
What you gonna do, Philip?
I don't know if it'll do anything or not, and it seems like even if it does, it might be really dangerous.
Philip or Yurik, do you think your magical spear could pierce it?
I don't think.
Walk
I mean,
through
I'll
there,
try it.
Misty
I'll
step
create
through.
the spear and throw it, but I don't think.
It does the same thing as a firebolt.
Yeah,
it just clatters
Misty
to the
step
ground.
is what I'm more curious about.
Misty.
Might as well try.
Well,
What do you
I can't
think?
promise we'll go in after you if something happens. Because
If I can get in, I
You're not
should
gonna
be
break
able to
it.
get out.
Yeah.
sure,
You can
That's
potentially
the
just break it.
I probably
Open
can't
it.
get in, but I guess I'll try. Remember me fondly, guys. All right, Andrew. I
Say a
will
little
attempt
prayer.
to Misty step
That's
inside.
how you-
That's my guess. But
Knocked
I'm not
unconscious.
sure.
He just disappears. We never see him. Patron appears and tell him what it is.
Yeah.
Tells me to stop
I'm
using
gonna
the
say that you don't get through, because it says that you briefly surrounded by a silvery mist, and when I envision what that means as like a physical aspect of it, is that you essentially mist form and then
Yeah,
reappear.
if I recall, we were talking
It
about the
says
difference.
teleport.
But if I recall, we were talking about the difference between like Dimension Door and Misty Step. In Misty Step, you required a gap. Like you
So I mean, literally, what it
Didn't it?
says is briefly surrounded by silvery mist, you can teleport up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space that you can see.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh,
is
just
the
right.
mist
Okay,
what
that you
you're
can see. So
using
you couldn't go
to
through a
travel?
wall, but you
I
could.
don't-
Yeah, so you could
See it.
you can see through a crack, and that's what I was
Right.
what
yeah,
I would
yeah.
think Misty Step you essentially
But you could also see
transform
through
into
a
mist and go through.
transparent barrier.
Yeah, so and with this spell and how it's designed, I think you just you just face like rather. I guess you wouldn't do that. Like the mist goes through and it tries to continue, but it doesn't, and then you just reappear at the very edge of the wall,
How high are the ceilings in this room?
10 feet.
I throw a ball bearing.
I need to interpret this book for the solution.
It does the same thing.
I catch it.
So anything, I mean, so we've pretty much seen everything that the room has to display at this point. How close is this to the water? The
circle itself.
Yeah.
I mean, there's you can pass through here if you want.
We may need to interpret this book before we can solve this problem.
I got hit with my hammer.
Okay. It hits a fourth wall and nothing happens.
I hit it again.
Keep doing it.
Okay. For, I don't know, 5-10 times.
Yeah.
I get the impression after a while that there's not a maximum amount of damage this thing can take,
As far as you can tell,
given my level of patience.
and given the amount of numbers that the DM is having you roll.
that, yeah.
Hmm.
Well, I'm stumped.
Well, maybe we need to figure out what that little brown potion does and that little scroll does.
Wants to
I
give
mean,
it a
I'm
try
fine.
and drink
So
it.
we could somewhat metagaming, essentially do a short rest where you're trying to identify the scroll and I think
It's a mysterious piece of paper.
the mysterious piece of paper. And
I don't know what it is yet.
is there? I don't remember. I feel like there's mechanics for like tasting a potion, but that might be like a feat or something that you have to have. I don't remember.
I
There's
don't
an
know
alchemist
anything about that.
Is that what it
feat.
is?
I think
Alchemist
that
feat.
you can identify things.
Okay. You don't have that.
There's
I
an
don't have
identify
that.
spell.
Yeah.
Well,
Any spell you can queue up that is going to be helpful for this?
nope.
I think we should take some time to read the book.
Yeah, let's sit down, read the book, play with the scroll,
Have we looked in the water yet?
examine this.
Is the water like the ocean? Are we down at
We're
sea
not
level?
sure.
It
Okay.
seems like it's waving
It's
into
seawater.
it's seawater. It smells like it. We can't see. You know.
All right, fine.
That's
Yorick
fine.
jumps in with his
Okay.
back to Pike now, and sees what he can see. Oops. Specifically, I'd like to check and see if there's any way to kind of like get underneath the circle. So if the wall has a cavern, and then I'd also like to check the far wall and see if that looks like you can swim out.
Okay.
beyond it.
Make perception checks with disadvantage.
Well,
All right, so that's one of the perception checks.
Sure.
water.
All right, the second one was 16.
Yeah, so you swim up to the far wall and you see that it's got a little bit of a uncut tunnel type feel to it, but it continues out.
I do not swim out there because that's how you go.
Mm-hmm. Sure is.
I played Tomb Raider.
And I, of course, have no information about the other wall. That's not awesome natural one. Probably concussed myself going into it.
You dove in and it was shallow.
All right, seems like a pool of water probably goes out to the ocean. My guess is eggs hatch, go into the water, except for the pink ones. They probably fly away. Maybe get slashed up by some dangerous sights.
Well, let's take a few minutes here, 30 minutes maybe. Watch them, see if anything happens. Take some
Read
time
the
to read.
book.
Nothing seems like it's
Pull the book back out of my pack.
immediately going to happen here. We've been looking around and nothing's exploded.
So give me an intelligence check.
Who? Everybody?
No.
Just the book reader?
Just well, actually,
To see how long it takes them to figure it out.
no. So get so help. We'll say roll it with advantage.
Okay.
I'll hold the book for you.
Oh, hey, that one wasn't bad.
No, so I'll tell you how this goes.
All right. So 16.
Okay, so what happens here is that he's reading the book and he's kind of like reading it to you guys, and as a group, you kind of conjecture that something's missing in a lot of this. Like, some
Not
things
complete.
do not appear to have been written down. And that there may have been some sort of element of show and tell. So, like, they have some steps for some of the complicated parts, but that they showed may have been given visual direction as to how to do things.
Okay.
You know what else occurs to Yurik? There's a whole nother tunnel. We can't
Yep.
figure out this tunnel.
Everyone do that.
The other half of the book is in that tunnel.
Yeah. Just a thought.
Did we learn anything else about the piece of paper
Oh, sure.
or thoroughly non-magical bag?
Yeah,
Thoroughly.
the
Thoroughly not
it's a spell scroll of gaseous form.
Oh, yeah.
We already know that's no good.
Don't think we should try that. But good thing we tried Misty Set first, or absolutely would have
Now
tried.
someone
that.
else can follow you.
And the potion is a potion of animal friendship.
Oh.
And it's a bag of holding.
Yes.
Morton had no
Nice.
clue that's what that could have been.
Mhm.
None.
Yay, bag of holding.
I pull out my 5
That's
pairs of
actually really
Nolears that are
handy.
now
That's-
rotted.
Keep that out of there.
Yeah, there you go. Precipitation.
All right, so are we totally sure that that bag is actually empty if it's a bag of holding?
Turn it inside out.
You can't.
you
You have to
can't-
know
you don't
what
know
you're
it's-
reaching for. Is
No, if you turn it inside out, all the content's empty.
that a thing?
Seriously?
Oh, is that a thing?
Yeah.
Oh, well,
DM?
Do that.
Does that work?
I guess.
All right, I turned it inside out. What
I
happens?
thought it would have been more fun for someone to say, I reach in and I think of gold, and you reach in and get gold. But yeah, so you get there's 200 gold that just spills out of this bag.
All right.
You're Misty Set. Does this qualify as a short rest?
I will keep track of sort of team gold separately. We can work
And
this out
keep
later.
track of what's in the bag of holding.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which was this gold?
Section.
So how are we? Are we just saying all of that's team gold, or
Yes.
what's the?
Yeah, there was 100 gold in there for the team.
Yeah, lies. I liked the mechanic. There's 5 of us because we don't care about Oladrin.
Mhm.
Where half of it goes into not the mechanic, but what if we just say half of it goes into team funds, the other half gets split up among us for whatever we want.
Oh, yeah, I actually just meant split between the team, but that seems...
Oh, okay. I mean,
Do you think we should start keeping, we're going to get a reward if we ever finish this, damn Siren Quest as well. Do you think we should start keeping a team-based pot just for, stuff like, I don't know, renting a boat?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea.
Okay.
50
That
that
seems
So
good.
everybody gets 20 gold. All right.
Yeah.
So what is happening here is making sure that you're on the same page because you're writing this
We're
down.
splitting 100 gold between the group,
and then there's
and
100 gold in the bag.
Yeah, and
Okay.
the bag will be
Yep.
the team gold.
Yep.
Fund.
Just making sure because I don't want you guys to just have some bad
Magically
Well, you should-
adding
can you
gold
reach
to
the thing
things.
about
No,
platinum?
I was worried. It sounded
Or
like you
you
made
got
me
one.
guessing.
Think about
Platinum.
platinum.
Yeah.
So we turned it inside out, so all that came out was
Everything
the gold and the, what did you hand me?
There's
The 5
five
ears.
pairs of knoll ears.
Five pairs of knoll ears, which go back in the bag of holding.
Sure.
You just
Okay.
pretend to put that in the bag of holding and actually
Right
pull
into
it
the,
away.
right into the ocean. My sleight of hand is not great. I mean, I could try that, but
I'm okay with you failing your sleight of hand check.
Well, I should have tossed a knoll ear with force to see.
Yeah, you just drop it into the water.
It's been in my backpack too long. I just-
Parts are missing.
check out the other tunnel.
Oh, I'm not sure I understood fully, Andrew, when you were saying that, parts were missing and all that. Does it seem to be, were you trying to say that parts are missing for the completion of the ritual or parts are missing for the cessation of the ritual?
I don't know what that word means.
And
The ending of the ritual.
There doesn't appear to be anything in the book about ending a ritual.
Okay.
So what I'm telling you is that there are pieces of this ritual that have been written down that appear to be very detailed, but then stepwise things are missing, so that maybe something was shown
All right.
and not written down.
Yurik is going to just see if he can throw some of the water onto any of the eggs.
Okay. It splashes down and
Hits the wall.
hits
and
the wall.
Yurik starts trying to sing like a harpy.
Okay.
performance check.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Make a performance check.
you learned from those people in the town.
9.
Yeah,
not.
it's like
Can you RP this? I really want
some of you recall some of the Harpies songs and believe that if it was sung at the same time, that it would be very
I
discordant.
pretend to move toward your.
Oh heavens! I stop immediately. Okay.
I suppose we could check the other tunnel.
Yeah. This is
All right.
That's our other option.
So
right now.
you just go back the way you came and go back down the other tunnel?
Yeah.
Keep an eye out
Like
for
forest or
traps.
anything, right?
Yeah,
There wasn't
so I
any,
mean, you go down the other tunnel and you enter the same room.
Like a similar room on the other
The
side.
same room.
So we see the open
This is-
chest.
You see the open chest.
Yeah. All right.
Are there any other places
I just
leading
circled
this room?
Locked in a circle,
It
guys.
doesn't appear to be so. It was behind you and you never looked back there.
Nice. Well,
Sorry.
Interesting.
can we think of anything else to get through this damn magic circle?
I mean, we may need to. I mean, it seems like there's some part of the lore that the harpies and the sirens may have. We may need to inquire.
Can we dig a tunnel under it? Come up the bottom.
I don't have the ability to dig tunnels like that.
I don't either. We have people with hammers.
Hammers aren't the most efficient digging tool.
Can you conjure a pick?
I think so. Technically.
Does a shovel count as a weapon?
I'm Yurik. I'm not volunteering for digging a tunnel.
Your patron may approve if you do the tunnel.
If he tells me to dig a tunnel, I will. Otherwise,
Guys, I got about 4 or 5 minutes left, maybe.
Yeah, I figured.
Well,
I was kind of
this
thinking
seems
we
like
would
a
stop it
decent
at
place
about
to-
the short rest time.
Yeah, right.
So
Okay, well, this is good for me. If we want to stop here, then.
all right, we have many days to figure out how to get through whatever this is. No Googling Wall of Force, though.
The only plan I have at this moment is to level up a lot and come back with a better spell.
I think if we
I say we capture a
somehow
siren
get
and
a
drag it in here.
Yeah.
I mean, we've hit the wall with everything else. How about we slap it with a harpy? They can get through. You know.
Puts the marionette strings on a dead harpy and
Harpy
dances around.
corpses.
It'll go through.
Next time, we'll go get some harpy corpses.
We can store them in the bag of holding.
Yeah. Totally gonna forget about those knoll ears. They're gonna
How much room is in a bag of holding? Quite a
I
bit,
don't
right?
remember off the top of my head, but there is a max to it.
Well, there's a max for putting one single thing through the aperture, isn't there? There's no like
There's
max
both.
to the
I
total.
think-
There's a max to
There is
how much
definitely
you
max
hold.
because there's also like there's a different item that's less effective that's like it's got 2 side pouches and a center
Handy
pouch.
haversack.
A hat, the haversack. And
I think the bag of holding has a maximum mouth dimension. It has maximum internal dimensions and has maximum weight.
yeah.
So I've got,
It always weighs the same thing to be carried.
I've got it right here. I got
Cool.
thing. So
Thanks.
2 feet in diameter and 4 feet deep at the bag. It can hold 500 pounds, max of 64 cubic feet. The bag always weighs 15 pounds. Yeah, that's
2 feet deep and 4 feet wide.
that's the outside dimensions of the bag.
Oh, that's okay. What can hold it?
Inside, it can hold 500 pounds. Total volume is 64 cubic feet. It does say if it's turned inside out, they all come out.
Yeah. Let's
So
do
that's
that.
a 4-foot cube.
Sorry.
That's like
Fill it up with water,
3 foot
guys.
cube, right?
Oh, tons of water.
Wow, that is
That'd be
pretty
4 times 4 times
small.
4.
64?
Would be 64, right?
16 by 16 by 16.
4, 16 by 16 by
4
16.
times 4 times 4.
Oh
is
my
long.
god, people, I have a calculator.
It's 4 times 4 is 16 times 4
Wait, 64 cubic feet.
is 64.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
8. Square root. Well, I guess we
That'd
can
be
That's not
cube.
the number we need, but yes.
That is
It
math.
is a number.
Although it's not going to be.
It's a
It's not-
4-foot cube.
It's not a cube. It's a bag. It's amorphous.
Well, I'm saying it's a 4-foot cube worth of volume.
Total, yeah.
Yeah.
But like you could put something that was longer than 4 feet in it.
Yeah, I really need you to divide this by pi r cubed so we can figure out how big a circle we can fit in there.
That's
I'm just
ideal.
saying, when we
Can we put
individualize
this
a
whole
4-foot
ritual
volume,
I do have to run.
That's not very big.
It is. I didn't never really realize
that
that.
it was that small. Yeah.
I think we should continue not to
I
realize
feel like
that.
most
Whatever you
DMs
want.
do not pay attention
You
to
can
that.
fit a lot of stuff.
Guys, I'm going to run, okay?
Alright.
Let's not bad about next time and schedule and stuff. Y'all have a good night.
See ya.
So you guys must have like spells that you
Oh my
can
God.
cast at a distance,
Alright,
right?
so-
like they don't have to travel.
Presumably,
Any of
this
them
is an excessive amount of metagaming that we
Happen
don't
where I can
actually
see them?
know.
Yeah.
I have a sleep spell that
But I think it's
Well,
hilarious.
What?
If you put a bag of holding inside another
Oh,
extra dimensional
yeah,
space,
yeah.
such as a handy
Explodes.
haversack or a portable hole or another bag of holding, it destroys both of them and tears open a gate to the astral plane.
Yeah, that's why Caleb. was
Also,
so,
any creature
scared.
within 10 feet of the gate is sucked through to a random location
I
on
was-
the astral
I
plane.
was very
And then
aware
the
of why
gate
he was very
closes.
concerned.
I didn't know the mechanics of why he was so scared.
Yeah.
In my
When did
campaign,
this come up?
we had a guy
that's
grapple.
second
second
campaign.
campaign.
We had this guy grapple a spider that
16
goes
episodes
to the
in.
ethereal plane.
A phase spider.
Yes,
Yeah.
but turns out he wouldn't take him with him. But man,
That was
He tried to
gonna
take
be
a bag
so
of holding.
mean.
Give him a
Well,
bag.
Well, he was grappling it. He
Yeah.
went up and grappled the face,
the
the
face spider.
Oh.
phase spider, yeah. And so he phased out, and
I had to look
he
up
had
the
to Google
rules.
it up
Yeah,
and see if he takes, like, if he opens a rift and things go through it with him,
Or if he just
or if he just backs
goes.
himself out. And if it was the first way, he was dead.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm sorry.
Seems like quite a risk.
Yeah, well, he didn't know. He just thought it was turning invisible.
Yeah,
which
he didn't
I
know
thought
it
was
is.
going to be so fun. Like, my whole thing with this was lots of people that turn invisible, so you never know how many, and like how many are just these little trickster things, and how many are evil things. And then the whole time they're supposed to be screwing with you guys by making you do all these wisdom saves.
yeah, and we just couldn't fail our wisdom save.
Single one.
It's just funny that I got all of mine in outside of combat.
Yeah. That, damn.
Looking at the calendar, it seems like in
That was
2 weeks the
amazing.
only free day is Thursday the 26th.
I was so
How
happy.
do you
to
just
be
take
in
a child
there.
work day?
You can thank Mark
So you'll have
Smith
enough time
for
with your friends
the
already.
for the idea of the trap. He mentioned this one of his DMs was mean and
I
made
probably have to
a
leave
trap
early,
where it was
take him
a
home 'cause I think they have
blades
practice